Yes, people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Premier League show. Game Week 18 review, first and foremost. But we are also halfway into the Premier League season with Game Week 19 on the horizon. Tonight is going to be. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I've got the lads with me. No Josh, no Jack, just King and Prophet, and we'll start. But hope you guys are all good. Hope you guys are blessed. Yeah, you guys
All blessed, bro, man. Hope you're well as well.
yeah, not doing too bad. Hope you guys are still enjoying your holidays. Hope King you're
Mm.
enjoying AFCON, Morocco. Hope Prophet everything's okay on your side, family wise and everything. And yeah, we're gonna get started on the Premier League review. We've got lots of games to talk about. We're gonna talk about it's mainly the big five teams, especially. Well, one sort of I would just say imposter won last night away at Sellers Park, but we'll get into that. But guys, hit the like button on your way in and subscribe. We are like, what? How many days left till the end of 2025? 2 more days left, guys. 8 subs to 530 before the end of 2025. Can we do it? Let's see. Let's get to 2026 with 530 subscribers, and we'll push on from there. Subscribe to Liverpool Prophet. Let's get him to 600 subscribers. African King is close to 200 subscribers. Let's get him there by the end of the year, guys. Come on, go and subscribe, go and like, and go and support the random as always as you enter and as you leave. But guys, Game Week 18 review first and foremost. We won't spend too long on Game Week 18. I think we'll talk about our teams and we'll preview the next game and we'll preview our game if you want. Or how do you want to do it? We'll just review and then go on to the preview later on.
Yeah, can do, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I mean, hold on. Let me just quickly. I think there's only one place to start. To be honest with you. Actually, no. Can I start off with United this week? Because
Yeah, of course.
kind of feeling
Yeah,
a
go
little
ahead,
bit.
go ahead.
I'm kind of feeling a little bit positive after that win. I can't lie to you guys. Honestly, sometimes, these wins happen. Like sometimes these good wins like just pop out, and like you just gotta like not celebrate it, but just talk about it in a way that I would. Because I'll be real with you guys. Going into that game, I wasn't as confident, but knowing Manchester United on Boxing Day versus Newcastle, I titled in my Red Army Ren pod Death, Taxes, and Manchester United beating Newcastle on Boxing Day. That's happened 4 out of 4 times now in the Premier League, all at Old Trafford. So Manchester United, I have to say, that was a good performance. That wasn't the best second half performance ever, but it was a performance that I can sort of live on because like you know what, the young lads that came on, I thought they fought hard. Some of the young lads that came on the pitch defended well. They were relentless, non-stop chasing, just closing down, and just ended up winning the game. Obviously, Newcastle had their fair share of chances. They missed a lot of chances. I'll be real with you. They also struck the crossbar. They also hit the post like we did. On another day, Sesko's chance goes in the back of the net, in my opinion, at least. But you know what? United 1-0. I'll take it all day, every day. It was a win that I was like, you know what? I'm so relieved we ended up winning the game. Because Dorgu, what a finish. That was a finish, man. That was a really good match. That was a really well taken goal. What a way to score your first goal for United. Way to introduce yourself to Manchester United. That was a brilliant finish. Yes, Ramsdale could have got a hand to it, but it was a really nice finish. So, yeah, I mean, Christmas win, yeah, it's brilliant. It's a good win for United. You don't often hear me talk about United first, but you know what? I wanted to get it out of the way first because I actually felt really good about that game. I actually felt really good about those 3 points. Those were in my opinion, 3 valuable points that could mean something going later down the line. Hopefully, it does mean something. But I'm not gonna get too gassed yet because we do have a game tonight. You know what I mean? Typical, and that's the one thing I like. Being Newcastle on Boxing Day is typical Manchester United. So anytime United play Newcastle on Boxing Day, I'm calling us the favourites. I don't care. It's literally we're the favourites going into that game, even if we've been on the worst run of form. We're literally the favourites to beat Newcastle on every single given Boxing Day, and all of them happen at Old Trafford. So listen, yeah, man. Look, I don't often talk about United first, but today I just had to get out of the way. Like that was a performance I can be happy about. Like, yes, the young lads came on the pitch. Fredrickson came on the pitch. Even what's it called? what's it called? Even what's his name came on the pitch? Malacia, bro. We hadn't seen Malacia in how long? Like guy came on the pitch and didn't really have much to do. Lisandro Martinez played well. Ugarte, do you know what? I don't like Ugarte. I really don't. But that was his best ever performance in a United shirt. I'm just gonna be real with you guys right now. That was his best ever performance in a United shirt, and that just came this season. It's taken a year and a half, and this guy's finally performed for United. How long has it taken for a guy who we signed to be our defensive midfielder to play his best game for United since he signed? Too long, in my opinion. That's not good enough, but good performance. I thought Fletcher when he came on, I thought he wasn't as amazing. I think he wasn't as great, but that can happen to young players. You know, when they get their chance, they're not always going to be the best. They're not always going to perform. Who else? I thought Sesko was a bit unlucky with some of his chances. Good runs, good positioning, just lacked that cutting edge a little bit. Clean sheet as well. Saint-Lamen's really good performance as well. Top quality performance from our goalkeeper. And I keep telling you guys why I'm more confident with him in net than a lot of other keepers, because a lot of the goals we've conceded, yes, we've conceded the same amount of goals was when Onana left, but a lot of the goals we conceded were not his fault. A lot of the goals we've conceded were not down to his mistakes. They were down to the defensive mistakes that we made, or just a really, really nice finish that you just couldn't stop it. You know, so I'm not gonna blame Lamens. Lamens had a really good performance. I thought the defense. Who else came on the pitch and actually had a good performance? I thought Heaven was amazing that day. Aiden Heaven was really good performance. 1 million signed from Arsenal as well. Brilliant. Good piece of business by United there. Investing in some of the young lads, and all I can say it was just a good win on Boxing Day. Death, taxes, and Manchester United beating Newcastle on Boxing Day. It's just what it is. It's typical. And yes, I know I'm shameless, Rasta. Big up to you, bro. Make sure you guys subscribe to Rasta Stuff as well. Bless up to everyone. Yeah, bless up to you, bro. Bless up to you. And yeah, like I said, I'll give credit where credit is due. This is why I wanted to talk about the game first, because it was actually a good win. If it's a win, like for example, if it was for example a win against that 4-1 win we did against Wolves the other day, I'd have been like, all right, we'll leave it on last. It was expected, right? Don't know if we'll expect to win this game against Wolves, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to know you guys' thoughts on the game real quick, on the United game, and obviously just give your thoughts on obviously Newcastle side. I don't really want to talk about Newcastle side because it's more my team. I'll let you guys do that, because obviously I did give my quick thoughts on Newcastle, just poor finishing and just Eddie Howe he's losing the plot in my opinion. I think Eddie Howe is starting to lose it, but in Newcastle, man, I'll be real with you guys. But what do you guys have to say about the game? And also just real quick, big up to you. Newcastle and Palace, the same story. Yep, both of them losing. Newcastle lost the most games on Boxing Day. Explains that. So Newcastle on Boxing Day, yeah, man, we're favorites to beat them all day, every day in Boxing Day. Classic games as well: 4-3, 3-1, and 4-1, and then 1-0. So listen, I'll take it as we go. Take it as we go. But Prophet or King, anyone you want to start in the game?
I'll let you go first on this one.
The positives for United, obviously Dorgu scored. You won a game. Aiden Heaven did play well. I would agree with that. Ugarte played well for once. I do agree with that. I wouldn't agree that it was a great performance. I just think it was a great win. In terms of performance,
it was a great first half performance. I didn't mean great
oh,
performance.
just first half. Fair enough.
All right, first half.
Fair enough. Because
We held on.
for me, great performance means 90 minutes. Yeah, you held on at the end. But I would say this: both managers should be fired. Amram, because he pretty much tried everything in his power to lose that game, and Eddie Howe because he lost to United.
He did so bad.
So for me, I think the 2026 resolution for both clubs is to get new managers, because Eddie Howe has shown that he is come to his time at Newcastle. And if Newcastle want to move forward, they need to get someone a bit more serious. I think they should be going for Simeone. I think that is what Newcastle needs. They need a proven serial winner. The money they've spent, they shouldn't be languishing mid-table. And for United, Amorim once again showed in that second half his lack of tactical flexibility. And if it wasn't for the finishing of Newcastle players, I think you lose that game or even draw. But but the positives, you've got the Boxing Day win. You're up to 6th place, I think. So you're in around the European spots. And for Man United, I think this is a good place to be in. I think it's a much better season than last season so far. But that doesn't mean the manager should still be here. I think the manager is a deterrent to your squad rather than a positive. And I feel like if you can get a better manager, top 4 could be on the cards because of how inconsistent some of the teams are from 4th and below, including my team. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah, great win for United. I ain't gonna lie to you. Who signed an extension? Well, the extensions don't mean anything.
Exactly. Newcastle could just throw.
That don't mean anything.
Bro, look at Newcastle. They got all the money in the world. They just throw money to the manager. He's there. You know what I mean? Simeone won't
throw it back. I'm just putting out a name there. They need experience. They need bring back Jose, man. Help Jose to Newcastle because he's Sir Bobby's protege. Bring him.
Newcastle want some Athletic fans want Simeone out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, man. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes your time at a club is too long.
It really does not matter, bro. I don't understand where this is coming from. Like, yes, it doesn't matter if he's earning the most. The reason why Arteta hasn't been sacked yet or is not leaving Arsenal is because he's getting so much money. Pep's living the life at Man City because he's making so much money there. If Simeone can go make that money at Newcastle, he'll take it.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jose wouldn't be a bad option. But I think
Arsenal. Jose would be a good shot. But go on.
Yeah. No, that's all I was gonna say. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say all that.
Oh no, it's all good. But yeah, I just put a name out there. I just think both managers should be out of jobs by 2026.
I want Inzaghi, man. I want Inzaghi.
I think both. Yeah, this is the thing. People think because someone's being paid a certain amount or because they've got a certain contract that they can't that they got out. The Premier League is a bigger law for a lot of these managers. They want to test themselves against the best, and the best is in the Premier League. So if they want to kind of have a new atmosphere, a new place, and people need to realize is Newcastle and Atletico Madrid are very similar in terms of the fan bases, in terms of the style, lifestyle, things of that, in terms of like the type of clubs they are. They're all about the defensive, aggressive style of game. The fans are loud, crazy. They demand, but they also have a lot of passion for the club. So I think that would make a good thing. And I feel like a manager like that in Newcastle with the players that they have, he could win them trophies, and that's what they want.
Where were Newcastle before Eddie Howe took over, and before the money? Where was Newcastle before Eddie Howe and the money came in? Relegation fodder form, and now look at them. Imagine a top quality manager taking that Newcastle side on from Eddie Howe's good work, because Eddie Howe did a good job. I'll be real with you, he did a good job. Yes, Newcastle have a lot of money; they should be winning a lot more trophies. But he won Newcastle their first trophy after how many years? 70 odd years. So listen, fair play. He's done his job. He's done his bit. He can kind of cement himself as not a stepping stone, but a cult hero in Newcastle's history books now. You know what I mean? So I think Newcastle can definitely go on to achieve a lot more with the top quality manager. I think Eddie Howe's done. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think Eddie Howe needs to go. I think he's been there. I think he's been there long enough. Newcastle have been really inconsistent. Yes, they won a trophy. Yes, Newcastle haven't had the best of results as well in recent times. And I think two things can be true at once. You know, Newcastle just inconsistent form, and just maybe momentum took them over the line in terms of top four and everything last year, because when they won the trophy, the momentum carried on to their European run, right? So yeah, two things can be true, and yeah, I just don't know, man. If you're gonna be in the Champions League, you need to try and maintain yourself in that top four, top five area. Because do you remember that season where United won the FA Cup and that knocked Newcastle out of Europe completely? That's a complete choke job by Newcastle, Eddie Howe. I don't care. You had Isak on your side. You had you had informed Bruno Guimaraes. You had top quality players enough to get you back into the Champions League. The fact that you let Aston Villa, who where they were before when Emery took over, overtake you, that's a sackable offense in itself. But okay, he won them a trophy. Newcastle can now move on to a new manager that will probably take them further down the line. But that's my opinions on Newcastle. Prophet, I want to know your thoughts on the game. Obviously, thoughts on the whole debacle about obviously Eddie Howe, real quick.
No, I thought it was a good win for United, to be fair. I thought you played well in the first half, to be fair. Second half, you guys sat a lot deeper. You let Newcastle have the ball. To be fair, Newcastle were getting into some good positions. They just, I just don't think they had their shooting boots on at all. And it's another loss for them. More pressure on Eddie Howe and that. But yeah, I agree with what you and King are saying. I think it might be time for Eddie Howe to move on from Newcastle. Maybe bring in a winner. A Simeone would be good. Mourinho as well would be decent. Even like an Inzaghi at Newcastle, I think would do bits. So yeah, I think it is time for them to move on.
Don't forget Saudi connection. It can easily go from Saudi to Newcastle. The connection.
Exactly, bro. So I think it's time they do move on. To be fair, as for United, I think as well. Amram did everything to lose that game. I agree with King on that as well.
Suicidal. Got to mention now. Suicidal substitutions. So
exactly.
So both. A good win. That's why I felt relieved. The substitutions he made.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So both managers should be fired. To be fair, both managers, they probably won't be fired though. I think Newcastle will stick with Howe. I think United will stick with Amram, of course. But it was a good win. You guys got up to 5th as well. So as bad as you lot have been this season, you're still in contention for top 4, should I say? So it's not been too bad, is it? Has it? So Newcastle, I'm not sure where they are in the league. 12th, 13th, somewhere like that.
12th.
So they're sat mid-table. 12th, yeah, that's nowhere near good enough for them as well. Considering they're playing Champions League, they finished top 4 last season. Yeah, it's nowhere near good enough. Good win for United, obviously. But yeah, big problems at Newcastle.
They're 14th. They're not even 12th. They're 14th right now.
They're 14th. Yeah,
I think Spurs leapfrogged them as well, right? I think Spurs went over them.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Look at the form Tottenham are in compared to Newcastle. And the fact that you allowed Tottenham to leapfrog you, yeah, I'm sorry, Eddie Howe should be sacked by January. I think once that January window opens, and if Newcastle don't improve, if Newcastle get knocked out of the FA Cup, I don't know who they're playing in the FA Cup. If Newcastle get knocked out of that FA Cup, get knocked out of that semi-finals of that Carabao Cup, sack him immediately. They're not going to make it They're not going to make it far in the Champions League. Let's just be real. Let's just be real, guys. They're not making it far. So you might as well just pull the trigger now. You know what I mean? Because you could really make a deep cup run. If you lose semi-finals to Man City, yeah, sack him, because it's still early rounds in the FA Cup. You could still make a deep run with the new manager. So yeah, Newcastle should definitely be going for the FA Cup this season, in my opinion. Newcastle FA Cup, and still trying to qualify for Europe again, because Newcastle won the League Cup last year. You win the FA Cup, that takes you to the Europa League. You got the money to build in the Europa League to sign some players that can help you get far in the Europa League, right? And the Newcastle should go on from there. Try and aim for the trophies that you're in desperate need of winning. Europa League, for example. If you get Conference League, go for the Conference League. Go for these European trophies that you can take. You've got the money on your side. You can easily build to win these competitions. It's not that difficult. And I know Newcastle's not a place that attracts top players. Yes, but there's time for you to build for the next manager as well. Yes, Eddie Howe, in my opinion, he's done a good job. Not a great job. He's done a good job. He's taken Newcastle to where, in my opinion, is a respectable place. Obviously, qualifying for Champions League twice, winning a trophy, that's good enough. Yes, you lost the Carabao Cup to United, beat Liverpool in the final, right? But let's just be real. That was a Newcastle with no European football, right? Imagine they were in Europe last season and they didn't build with squad depth and Eddie Howe was struggling as he was this season. What would the Newcastle board do? You know what I mean? So, yeah, having no depth is also an issue because look, he says here they sold Minte to Brighton. That could have been a great addition on that right wing. In my opinion, that could have been a great addition to that right wing side. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I agree, man. Elanga, he's quick. When I watched him at United, he was a fast player. He was a player with not much technique. You know what I mean? And no Dan Burn, no Livermento. Livermento is a huge blow to Newcastle. And if I'm United in January, bro, I want to go for Lewis Hall. Seriously, I would be going for Lewis Hall because he's a good player. He's a really good player. He's being wasted in that Newcastle side. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's a really good player. And when I watched him playing against United, I thought he was decent. He's a good player, Lewis Hall. But look, that's what it is. I can't really say much. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I don't know if you guys want anything to add on that. I mean, any more?
Lewis Hall's a Newcastle fan, so I don't think he'd leave the club, but he could try. Maybe he might be allured by Manchester.
No, he would. He could be. I'm not 100% convinced Nico Bellic for running anime. Big up, Twisted.
Big up.
That's my guy. Anyone add anything more before we move on to the next game?
Nothing much. No.
Would you do? No. Because you know why? I wouldn't bring Gabriel back into the FPL team yet. No, I wouldn't do that yet. No, I would wait for maybe the next coming game weeks because you know what it is. You play Aston Villa. I highly doubt you keep a clean sheet, and I don't think he'll rush Martin. I don't think he'll rush Gabriel back into the side. Timber to Gabriel, nah. I wouldn't do that yet. Wouldn't do that yet. No. Big up to you, Steve. Hope you're blessed, my guy. Hope you're good. Hope you have a happy new year. Hope
Big up.
have a great time with your family and friends and all that. Hope you're blessed. And great win from United. For not having Kamara and Cash could be a problem. Yep, that's true. Kamara and Cash. Matty Cash as well. Massive blow because one thing that Matty Cash is he's a good player. And not having him on that right-hand side could be detrimental. And going away to Arsenal is not going to be an easy game. Obviously, Arsenal not. Oh, we'll move on to Arsenal right away. Actually, since we're on the topic of Arsenal already, or Aston Villa Chelsea. Up to you. We can do Aston Villa Chelsea if you want, or Arsenal Brighton.
Either one you choose.
Either one's good, man.
But that's all I've got to say about United. I am doing a Army Rand Pod show, review the Wolves game later, so make sure you guys check it out with Kyle and Rasta. So I'll see you guys later for that. But King, I think we'll go to Chelsea next. We might as well go to Chelsea, Aston Villa next. Let's just run the topic of Aston Villa.
All right, cool.
Feel free to rant because you know what? I need you guys to draw that game. I need at least a draw from that game, and Chelsea just let it slip, man.
No, we should have won that game. I'll get rid of the shit first. First of all, that was a penalty. The ref's a dickhead. VAR are dickheads, etc., etc. You know that, but that doesn't really matter. I don't really care about that. First half, we just didn't take our chances. We battered them. We destroyed them for the first half. We just didn't take any of our chances. And obviously, Cucurella got injured, so he had to be taken off, which is fair enough, unfortunate. But the substitutions after Cucurella, for me, didn't make sense at all. Why are you taking off a 10 and putting on Esteban down the middle when you should have took off Pedro Neto and put him on the right and have Palmer stay till the end because Palmer is a difference maker. You don't take off your difference makers in a game of that magnitude, especially when we were down 2-1 and we could have maybe even made it 2-2. You don't take off Palmer at any point. He plays the full game. And if you're going to put on Esteban, put him on where he's comfortable on the right. You just wasted him. On the left, against Garnacho, I mean, it's shit for shit. That's on Stewart and with Stanley for their shitty, what's it called? transfer targets, because how is both our left wings ass? I don't understand it. How are they both average? How are they both mid level? How are they both young and inconsistent? How does that make sense? Give me someone experienced on the left hand side, and then you have the audacity to pump fake with Semenyo. Yeah, we just inquired, and then as soon as you heard the resources it took to get a Semenyo, you just walked away like bitches. Get them out of my club. The manager, the game was down to the manager. Exactly, he can't play the full game, and our next game isn't even a difficult one. It's Bournemouth at home, so you don't even need to play Palmer full 90 for the next game. But then on the interview afterwards, he says, we got a game next week, but in a couple of 22 hours." Bullshit. We lost to you, thanks to you. So the manager with Stanley, Stewart, all three of those pricks can go immediately. I'm tired of this under 25 team. I need some real men in my club, because most of my players over 25 are shit, except for Cucurella and James. Sanchez is shit. Tosin is shit. Chalobah is shit. I don't need them in my club anymore. And with Stanley and Stewart, these League One experts said no to Cherky, but said yes to Badishile and Disasi. These idiots, get them out of my club. So as far as I'm concerned, we lost because of the We lost because of the manager, and we're going to continue to lose because of these sporting directors and their idiotic transfers, and especially from League One, this so-called League One expert. Every League One transfer, for the most part, has been shit. Get rid of them both, and if I find them in the street, I'm punching them in the mouth. And that's all I got to say about Chelsea. Thankfully, they didn't ruin my full weekend, because I'm at AFCON. I got to see my country win, so fuck Chelsea. I'm supporting Sudan for the rest of the AFCON tournament. Chelsea can go eat a dick. Losing to Aston Villa. Good evening, man. I don't care no more. I'll be honest with you. This season's over. We're on the same points as at that shit club in Manchester. It's a disgrace. We're behind Liverpool, who had a bad start. We're behind Aston Villa, who had a bad start. This is disrespectful where we are right now in the table. We're right next to that shit side of Manchester. The one that shouldn't be named. The big red bastards. And thanks to this manager and thanks to these sporting directors. So, Clear Lake, you have one job: get rid of the crap and sort it out. You have 2 transfer windows to sort this out. If you don't, you're just like FSG, you're just like KSE, you're just like the Glazers, shit owners, and I'm done with the club. I'll support. I'm gonna move to Spain, Hala Madrid. I'll move to Italy, AC Milan. I'll move to Holland, Ajax. I'll move to Germany, Dortmund, Yellow Wall. I've got other clubs to support. I can go to other sports as well. So you've got 2 transfer windows to sort this shit out. And if this manager and these sporting directors are still here after 2 transfer windows, I'm done with this club completely. This is not the Chelsea that I grew up on. This is some bullshit. And I'm done.
Second biggest club, mate. Twisted Fate, second biggest.
Well, we'll see about that. Big up, man. Man's
Big
not
up,
to
man.
take the piss out of you, bro. He likes to hold the banana skin. Because you know what it is? You love saying the banana is a potential banana skin. Ever since that, he's messaged me on banana skin. He's like, it's like the Mario Kart banana skin stuff. You know what I mean? But listen, big up my guy Manj every single time, bro. Bless. Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. But anyways, Prophet, over to you on the Chelsea Aston Villa game. I watched the game with my pals, both. One of my cousins is a Chelsea fan, and then my pal's a Chelsea fan as well. So I watched the game with both. It was a. I'll be real with you. It was a complete dross of a game. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't a good game to watch. It was a really sloppy game. It was just poor off in terms of chances, in terms of everything that could have gone your way. To be honest with you. Man said Fortnite skin, not Mario Kart. And I was no. Do you know when you play Mario Kart and then you crash into the banana peel? That's what I'm on about. You bump into the banana peel. That's what I mean, bro. And that's gonna eat off.
He's right. We did. But we'll move on to my game in a bit.
Hey, bro, we got Wolves soon, so let's not jump to conclusions just yet. You know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is. I hope we do smash Wolves again. But onto your profit, obviously onto the
Nah, this is
not
I can't
Wolves,
lie,
but Chelsea Villa. Sorry,
yeah, but Chelsea Villa. I watched the highlights of it because I did miss the game because I was doing other stuff at the time. But from what I saw at half time, Chelsea had 70% of the ball, Villa 30%. From what I heard and saw, Chelsea should have won that game. To be fair, with the chances they had, Villa weren't great in the first half. Second half, I did predict Chelsea to win. I thought Villa would come a bit unstuck here and they drop off, but nah, man. Fair play to Villa. Went away to Stamford Bridge, got a 2-1 win. I don't know, man. That shows grit. That shows determination. That shows that they're serious about it. It's not easy to go away to Stamford
this
Bridge.
is title-winning form, Prophet.
Exactly, bro. Yeah.
People talk about Villa not being title contenders. Even if in my opinion they're not title worthy winners. This is title-winning form.
Exactly, bro.
They're going
exactly,
away
bro.
to their rivals and actually winning. They're actually beating. Bro, they've already beaten City. They've already beaten Arsenal, whilst being in third. So
exactly.
I don't know what's gonna happen to Aston Villa. I don't know how. I don't know what they'll do down the line. But bro, this is title-winning form. I'll be honest with you guys right now, and I know I sound crazy, but this right here, the Aston Villa, yes, they won 11 games in all comps, but how many games in the Prem? This is title-winning form from Aston Villa, and I know they lost to Liverpool. I know they had issues prior to that, but this is title-winning form, guys. Let's just keep it a buck.
100%.
Obviously, we'll see what happens in the window, the January transfer window. We'll see what happens, what Villa will do in the Europa League and whatnot, how it'll affect them down the line. But hey, fair play to Villa, man. But sorry, Prophet, I didn't mean to cut you off. Just wanted to add
But
that.
nah, yeah, bro. A big win, bro. A statement win that going away to Chelsea and winning 2-1 when I thought they wouldn't. I still do think they'll fall off. 8 wins in the Prem.
Bro, Palace were unbeaten in 19 games. This is 8 wins straight in the Premier League. We'll talk about impressive. That is impressive title-winning form right there. But sorry,
100%. Yeah, Villa stayed third with that win. I can't lie, bro. They're right as of right now, as things stand. They're right in the they're right in the title race. I think personally. Obviously they go away to Arsenal next, so we'll see if Villa can keep it up. As for Chelsea, I can't lie, man. Felt they let that slip. To be fair, they should have been winning that game. They should have won that game. Is what it is, man. And I don't know where Chelsea dropped down to in the table now, but we're above them. After being as bad as we've been, we're above them, which is mental. So
we're
yeah,
fifth. We're fifth now, roughly, because other teams drop points.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. Chelsea's
you're still in the top 4. Like you're still in the top 4, top 5-ish area. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it depends on what the coefficient rules at the end of the season. If you can get the Champions League, extra Champions League places and whatnot.
Yeah.
So fifth ain't bad.
Oh, fuck top 4. We should have been in the title play. We should be where Villa is.
I agree.
Fuck top.
Yeah, so-called title contenders, Chelsea are no longer title
You
contenders.
should be title contenders, King. You should be. The summer signings you made this summer, yes, I agree.
5 draws and 5 losses is not good enough
Well,
in 18 games. That's
yeah,
10 games where you've dropped points. That's more than half of the games where we've dropped points. That's not good enough. That's not good enough.
I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I don't think Chelsea's manager is good enough. To be fair, I think they
I have a different opinion on that. To be fair with you, but
fair enough, bro. But yeah, man. Chelsea have kind of crumbled a bit recently. You know, they were on a high a couple of weeks ago. Now they've kind of come back down to reality. Villa, right up there. We'll see what happens with Villa, man. But that was an impressive win from them, 100%. I'll give them their flowers.
nah, I have to give Villa credit as well. It wasn't the best performance by Aston Villa, but the way they did it, Ollie Watkins off the bench, bro. I'm confused as to why he didn't start the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused as to why he didn't start the game because that could have been a bloodbath if he started that game. I'll be honest with you.
Exactly.
Ollie Watkins was carving through that Chelsea defense, man. That Chelsea defense was all over the shop. It was all over the place. There was no defensive stability. Both your defenders pushed very high up for I don't know what reason. You're 1-0 up. You don't need to be that high up the pitch. Yes, you should go for the second goal, but your defense does not need to be high up for that second goal. Your defense does not need to be that high up for the second goal. You have Cucurella, you have Reece James that can attack. You have Gusto that can attack. You don't need your center backs to push forward. You're 1-0 up against Aston Villa, who have deadly attackers, deadly goal scorers, Ollie Watkins. You should have held on to that 1-goal lead. And the way you did it was poor, man. I'll be real with you. And yes, I 100% agree with you, bro. 100% agree with you. Chelsea should have signed a defender last summer. I 100% agree. Chelsea should have signed one. Chelsea.
We need
you know
more than
what?
one. We need more than one
You-
centre back. We need
Wait.
centre backs.
You should have gone for Guehi. You should have signed Guehi. He was available from Crystal Palace.
No, I don't want Guehi. I want Murillo. I want a slot back. I need a left-sided centre back. That's good enough.
Milenkovic.
No, left-sided. Murillo
Schlotter?
or Schlotterback. Murillo would be the perfect one from Nottingham Forest for me. We
Instead
don't
of
need
signing-
right-sided. Right side we have Fofana.
Instead of signing attackers, man, you should be going for defenders now. I'll be real with you guys. And I'm going to say this right now, and I know I'm a hypocrite for saying this, but Sanchez has been an improvement this season. He's been an improvement this season, in my opinion. He's still a bum.
And I'll sell him to. I don't care. I don't improvement.
But he's
my arse.
been an improvement this season in terms of saves and the way he's saving. Yeah,
I
double check.
don't care about improvement. I want Clark. Is he top 10 Premier League is he top 10 goalkeeper in the world right now? Sanchez.
Who has a higher chance of winning the Champions League, Chelsea or Dortmund? I got Chelsea. Schlotterbeck will definitely go to Chelsea in January transfer window if he has to.
Yeah. I want to ask you about Sanchez. Is Sanchez top 10 goalkeeper in the world?
No chance.
No.
Then he's not good enough. Then he's not good enough. I don't care.
His form's definitely improved this
I don't
season.
care about improvements.
Chelsea need better to be fair.
I agree.
Robert Sanchez.
We had Peter Cech and Courtois. We had Gunman in goal. We had actual elite stoppers.
Right now.
Sanchez is a
He's not
bar.
the biggest I think you need defenders more.
He's a part of the problem. He's the reason why our defense is shaky. Because how can your defenders play well if they don't trust their goalkeeper? Who trusts Sanchez? Who trusts him? No one. No one in that defense trusts him. So why would I?
No, I hear you.
There's a difference. That's why you know the difference between Onana and Lemons, because your defenders trust Lemons now, because they've seen what he's capable of. No one trusts Sanchez. They've seen enough evidence to show that Sanchez ain't worthy of trusting. Enough evidence. It's too late. Improvement. My arse. Are we mid-table improvement? I want good right now.
Standards, man. Standards.
We're not fixer-upper.
He and I have got the same standards for our football club. So let's just be real with you. I also have the exact same standards. I want proven winners right now as well, even including the manager. But I can't jump to that right now because the club ain't gonna do that. I know my club ain't gonna do that. At least with Chelsea, they're willing to spend money. With Chelsea, they don't care about sacking managers. They don't care about buying and selling players. They'll spend the money. They'll put the money where their mouth is. That's the difference between our owners and Chelsea's owners. You will spend the money in January. I think you will for sure. But on who? My question to you is, who will you sign in January?
I don't think we're buying in January. That's why I think these sporting directors need to go.
Most
All the things is talking about looking at midfielders or looking at midfielders or something bullshit like that. The defense isn't good enough.
Am I getting my facts wrong here? Most of Chelsea's money has been spent through January transfer windows, if I'm not mistaken.
No, summer. We spend most of our money in the summer.
Because I remember when
most clubs spend most of their money in the summer. Summers you spend a lot more in the summer.
Nah, but it just reminded me.
We've had big transfers in January with like Enzo Fernandez and that. We've had big transfers. We definitely have. January. Yeah, but that's just one player. Like we need multiple.
Not the amount of players you sign, but it's more the money you spend in the summer. Like it's the more the money you spend. Because I'm looking back to that January transfer window that you had when Bowley took over. I remember you signed Felix. I remember you signed players of that ilk. Like at the time if we're talking about at the time, they were big name players. They were like players that you'd be like, wow.
There's a difference between Bowley and the current sporting directors. Bowley then was just spending to spend. The current sporting directors have this under 25 policy. But for me, if you're going to do under 25, get the best of under 25. There are centre backs under 25 and under that are better than what we have right now. There are goalkeepers that are 25 and under that are better than Sanchez. There are midfielders under 25 that we can get right now that would improve our squad. I can name a couple in the Premier League: Elliot Anderson, Wharton.
Baleba.
Two right there that you can put into the squad. We don't need a Baleba. We've got Casado, Asuga. We need someone that can do Enzo Fernandez role when he's
Problem is,
and give
you
him some
can't.
rest.
Lavia can't stay fit. And Lavia is a good player.
Yeah, that's another issue.
He's just not healthy, man. And that's
Yeah.
that's one thing you need to sort out. Lavia's health. Obviously, because Reece James is now.
Yeah, and stop using Reece James in midfield as well. I'm tired of
Because I
that
remember
shit.
Reece James has slightly overcome his injury. He's also had recent injury issues.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you've
He's had a
now
good
you've
year.
that. Now you've kind of fixed that issue. Now it's about doing it with Lavia. Now you're injured, other injured players. Fofana as well, one of them. You know what I mean? Trying to get him healthy.
Fofana's been good ever since he's come back.
I agree.
In terms of injury, but we need, as I said, we need centre backs. Obviously,
Yeah,
Levi Cole will be back next year, but we don't know what he's going to be like. So we need multiple centre backs, a goalkeeper, we need a midfielder, and the left wing as well. Yeah, he's not really good at saving shots at times.
Opinion on everything else. Prophet.
Was that?
Over to you.
Nah, but I agree. I think Chelsea need better than Sanchez, to be fair. Getting a Mike Mannion, getting a whoever, just get someone that's a proven world-class goalkeeper.
Under 25 centre backs are too inexperienced, but which ones are too inexperienced? Antonio Silva is not inexperienced, kinda. He's a good player. You can go for Inacio, good player. I've watched them play for Portugal. They're actually good players. Slaughterbeck, it's not that he's like what 24, 25? Slaughterbeck, that's good enough. That's good for Chelsea. That's a good centre back for Chelsea. You know what I mean? And you've got and in my opinion, your squad's definitely better than Dortmund's. Easily would win the Champions League over Dortmund for sure. If you go and sign Schlotterbeck, I think he definitely go for you. I think he'd definitely go to you guys. I think he'd definitely join you guys. I think
a centre back like that would start at our club. That's the thing.
That's
but you're right.
No, bro. This is what I mean. It's like you guys. It's just the decision making, but by Chelsea needs to be better, man. Stop going for attackers and go for the defensive part of your team as well, because it's not because slowly you will then lose your balance in that team. No, hardly any defenders, too many attackers. Like Liverpool, I called Liverpool out at the start of the season. Too many attackers, hardly any defenders. Liverpool slowly balanced it out now. They're slowly balancing it out. Chelsea will have to do the same. Too many attackers, ship some of them out. Don't keep a lot of attackers. You're signing Quenda. In my opinion, you don't need Quenda. You never needed Quenda. You signed Gittins already. Signed Garnacho already. Where's Quenda gonna fit?
No, we need Quenda because he's better than getting to Garnacho. Next summer I'd get rid of Neto and Garnacho in a bundle piece to anyone who wants them.
And Gittins as well.
And then get a better left wing.
No,
I'll keep Gittins as the backup.
I'd keep Gittins. He's a good player. Gittins is a good player. It's just you need to integrate him to this.
I'd have him as a backup, but I would get a proper left winger. We need an actual elite left winger.
And Delap, and I don't rate Delap.
And a striker. We need it. That's the thing. Every position down the mid through our middle, we need change.
João Pedro's been asked, man. He's been asked.
Change.
João Pedro. At the start,
he's a 10. He's not really a striker like that. But you're right.
Or a center forward type player.
We spent 2 billion, and I could say we would, in terms of a starting 11, we would need a goalkeeper, we would need a centre back, we would need the 2 CMs. I'm fine with. Palmer's better at right M, so we probably need Pedro at 10. We need a striker left wing. We need maybe 4 in the starting 11, 4 or 5 in the starting 11. Depending if you think Fofana is going to be available enough or not. Goalkeeper, 2 centre backs, striker left wing. Then in the backups, you need probably another centre mid, another centre back, and yeah, that's about it. The lap as a backup striker is fine.
Age argument is I wouldn't say it's silly, but it's not relevant. Because there are some good centre backs at 23. There are some good centre backs that age 20, 21. There's some center backs that are already in their prime that could go and sign for cheap. So yeah, and would you take Rudiger back on the free?
Would I take Rudiger back on a free? Yes. Yes, I would. As a short-term deal, yes.
Yeah, you won't lose anything for signing him on a short-term deal on a free. You sign it from Roma, you let him go for free, and he's not going to come back. If he comes back in a free, then possible. Chelsea this policy because of resale value.
Like Murillo is 23 at Nottingham Forest. He's been there for what 2 years now. Get him.
Milenkovic as well.
Premier experience. Yeah. I would get Murillo though. I think Murillo would be perfect for us. But what do I know? Well, we have League On and league experts that are getting trash.
Bastoni as well. Good age. You know what I mean? In terms of defender.
Yeah, he's a plus. To be honest, Schlotterbeck and Bastoni are plus 25, so they probably wouldn't get him.
I don't agree with this under 25 policy.
Policy sucks. I'm gonna lie to you.
I don't agree with this under 25 shit, man. Just stop. Our football clubs need to stop going for this under 25 policy. Otherwise, you might as well retire at 25, 26 years old from football. What's the point? You know what I mean? This age thing, I 100% agree. It's irrelevant. Obviously, there are some players that are not as good at a young age and are not as good at 28.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Do your thing. From Chelsea perspective, I understand England, but I'm talking in general with the age argument. Yeah, I hear you. Barco, the first player to sign. I think Chelsea could have gone for Zabani instead of PSG. That would have been a good signing. Dean Howson went to Real Madrid. He could have been a good player for Chelsea. You know what I mean? Chelsea, instead of going for defenders, just went for just too many attackers, loading in, and then you're not going to be able to fit some of them. This is why Chelsea had Aubameyang, Lukaku, all these guys at one point, and then it just wasn't good enough, bro. I'll be honest, it just wasn't good enough. So what's the best age for a player, for a club to go from? Whenever they're proven, bro. It doesn't matter what age, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care about the age of the player. Bro, a center back could be good at 32, and I would go for him. I don't give a shit. Bro, people are too obsessed with this age shit. I'm like, why do you care about if a player is 32, he's washed? There's no such thing as a player being washed at 32. Look at Luka Modric. He's 40. He's playing in Serie A. He's balling out for AC Milan. Before people say, oh, it's Serie A, who cares? It's a good league. Look at how competitive the league is, man. Serie A. People talk about the Prem being competitive. The Serie A is a competitive league. It's a very competitive league. You actually got good defenders in Serie A as well. So yeah, I don't really care about center backs that or age of a player. As long as they're doing their job, I don't care. We could sign a player at 30, 34, 35. As long as they're doing their job is all that matters. People need to stop obsessing over the age. Age will not do you any favors. You know what I mean? Goalkeepers can last up till 40. You know what I mean? Strikers, Lewandowski is still playing till the age of 37, 38 years old. You know what I mean? He's still playing good football at Barcelona. So the age thing needs to stop, man. I'll be honest with you, Prof. I don't know if you agree, but it's too obsessed. They're too obsessed over the fact that, oh, you're 30, you're declining. There's no such thing. It depends on the player. It depends on the profile. It depends on the person of the player.
I agree, bro. I agree.
Yeah, it's a joke, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, people need to stop obsessing over this age thing. If a player is good at the age of 29, sign him. You know what I mean? Pretty much in their prime age. I don't get this notion, man, of a player can't play at the age of 30 for your football club. It just makes no sense. Look at Chelsea kept Thiago Silva. What did they do? What did he do? Proven winner, Champions League winner with Chelsea straight away. Drafted by Chelsea, Champions League winner. Rudiger, Real Madrid, 30 years old. Signed him, won the Champions League. You know what I mean? So this is my point. People need to stop obsessing over the age of a player. If a player is good at that age, sign him. Would you rather short-term gain over long-term pain or short-term pain over long-term gain? What would you rather? Short-term gain. You'd rather win right now, right? You'd rather win now. You shouldn't worry about of a player that's that at the age of 30, 31. Harry Kane's at the age of 30, 31 years old. He's still playing well for Bayern. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins is 30.
Yeah.
Ollie Watkins is 30. So there's no such thing as a player 30 is finished. No, there's no such thing as that. There's no such thing. People need to stop this crap, man. I'll be real. I'll be real. I'll be real. Depends on the price, obviously. In my opinion, as obviously the older, the less time they'll have at the club. But if they're good and they're performing at the age, is fine. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. It depends on the time that you have. If they're gonna retire in like 2-3 years, but they're still playing well, still go for it. Take the risk. Take the hit, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta go for it. You know what I mean? Lewandowski's not been playing good, but he's still a good player. He's not been playing good, but that depends on the squad and the personnel and everyone else. Lewandowski needs a facilitator. He's a goal scorer. You don't need to be 30, 32 to be a goal scorer. Look at Ronaldo still putting up the numbers. Look at Lewandowski, Harry Kane. Look at all these strikers. Benzema still putting up the numbers. Look at the young age strikers we have nowadays. Absolute garbage. This is the worst era of strikers I think I've ever seen in my life, King. I'll be real with you, bro. Lautaro Martinez is almost 30 years old. He's still scoring a lot of goals. You know what I mean? So age does not always matter. It just depends on the quality of the player at the time, right? That's just what I have to say about it.
You need both. You need both. You need youngsters and old players. You need players that have won everything in your squad to be able to teach the youngsters how to win. You need at least 4 to 5 players that have won stuff, that are experienced winning, and not just been a part of the squad, been a part of the starting 11 of a winning team. You're not just rejects like Arsenal when they got Jesus and Havertz and Zinchenko and said, "Oh, they're bringing win mentality." No, they aren't. They brought sidemen. You don't bring sidemen. You bring the main guys, like in your team. You need main guys.
You don't bring
that
the
have
bench.
won everything, that have done things in other leagues.
Yeah.
The ballers.
Also, I like Grealish. Grealish would be a good player for Arsenal on the left-hand side, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts. Probably Arsenal fans probably wouldn't like my opinion, but that's what I think. So yeah, go for proven winners. Go for players that have been there, won it. This is why any United fan says I want to get rid of Casemiro. This is why I get onto the case, because what good is getting rid of Casemiro do to you? What good does it do to you? You're taking away all the experience of the football club. You can laugh, yeah, but Johnny Evans was an experienced player. Why? He's been there in multiple title-winning teams with United. He's been there, won titles with Sir Alex Ferguson. So of course, experience is there, right? He's been there. He's done it with United. So of course, I'll be like, I'm happy to have him around. Free agent signing, not going to lose anything, not going to gain anything. Should he be starting for United? Not really. But the experience is there. You need the experience, right? Experience is key to some players. But you need to be a winner. And Evans won 3 Premier League titles with United? That's good enough. That's good enough. He was a part of the team while we were winning titles. He actually played a huge part in that team while winning titles. Scored goals as well. Or even he played a huge part in that. So this is what I'm trying to say. Experience is key. And when I say people, I want United to go for Joshua Kimmich, I do. And I know it's unrealistic, but when I say I want United to go for Kimmich, he's an experienced player who's been there in the game, has won a lot. You know what I mean? He's been there, he's won stuff. He'll definitely add some experience, quality to your side. People be like, oh, but he's 30-something. So what? So what? This age obsession needs to stop on footballers. They're footballers. They're footballers. I don't care about age of a player as long as they provide the quality now. It's about what you do now, not what you do in 5-6 years. We don't care about that down the line. It's about what you do this season, and next season we'll focus on next season. Stop focusing years down the line. Focus on what you're gonna do now, this season. Then we'll go on to the next season as they come. You know what I mean? That's why I said it's unrealistic. But when I say I want United to sign players of that ilk, I do. I don't care if he's just signing an extension. I don't give a shit. It doesn't mean anything to me. So this doesn't mean shit to me. But anyways, gonna move on to the next topic now. We've done a lot on Chelsea and Aston Villa. United need like a Frankie de Jong type player. Yeah, exactly. Hey Kevin, can you do the current youngsters in Man United today same way Sir Alex Ferguson with the class of '92 the same level of talent? I disagree. It depends on who the coach is as well. Actually, I lie. It depends on the coaches as well. If you're good at developing youth players, then you can take the hit on trying to invest in youth players. Like, who was a good player? Who was a good manager with youth, man? Give me an example. Not Fergie, but like a modern day manager that was good with youth, that was good with developing youth players. Let's say Hansi Flick, Xavi at Barcelona. When they were bringing in players like Casado, they were bringing in Kubarsi, they were bringing in players like, Lamine Yamal. They were bringing in good players. LVG is another good one. Pep's also a good one. But Pep is hard. But Pep mostly did his job at Barcelona. The only youth players I can really think of are Oscar Bob and Phil Foden that he really brought through. Oli was pretty good with their youth, but he didn't really use them in terms of like Premier League games and whatnot. He used them more in terms of like in like the cup games. He didn't really use them in the Prem games. You need courage and risk. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. It depends on the coach, right? It depends on the coach. It depends on who your coach is. If you have a coach that's willing to work with the youth players, then do that. Then you could do both at the same time. You can invest in the youth and you can invest in the players that you have in terms of obviously the quality you have already on the pitch. You're having your squad already. But what you bring around them is what matters. What you have around them, the environment you have around them is important. And this is why I say experience is key. You need to bring in experience to help these young players grow and develop into the player they need to be. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion on all that. Oh yeah, he did. Kimmich, yeah, he did. Kimmich. Yeah, I mentioned Foden already. And Oscar Bob. He used Oscar Bob. He's using Nico O'Reilly as well right now as well. O'Reilly's doing well at City, because obviously Nuri's out injured, so he's gonna invest in Nico O'Reilly. So yeah. But anyways, on to the next game. I think we'll go on to I don't know if Prophet is there. Oh yeah, he's there. All right, Liverpool 2-1 winners against Wolves. We might as well go there now.
I mean, yeah, but can do. I'll be honest, but it was harder than it needed to be, but we got the 3 points, didn't we? It was an emotional day, but to be fair, very emotional day. Yeah, had tears in my eyes still, can't lie. But yeah, yeah, man, Diogo's kids were at the game and that, well, proper heartfelt tribute and all of that. So it was one of those days where you just kind of had to get through it. I got to give the players credit, man, because as fans we were feeling it. The crowd was feeling it. Then man had to play through that, man, like nothing was happening. So give the players massive credit, man. They got the winners right in them circumstances. So yeah. First half, to be fair, well, Wolves came. It was just attack versus defence. Wolves came, sat back, proper defensive. I don't think we played bad, but we didn't really threaten a lot. We had a couple of chances. McAllister hit the post. Ekatike had a chance to score. We missed. It was a decent performance in the first half, but yeah, I felt we were going to go in at half-time 0-0, I can't lie. Yeah, we got the breakthrough, man. Before half-time, Gravenberch scored. 2 minutes later, Wirtz bagged first goal for Liverpool as well. The 0-0 curse is over, 0-7, whatever they were saying. That's done. Wirtz, good game as well, to be fair. A very good performance from him, so big up to him. So the first half was good, but I think we were deserved 2-0 winners. Deservedly 2-0 up at half time.
He was. I was trolling Liverpool.
I
was trolling Liverpool fans. Are you going to go sign Mane from Wolves now? That's what I trolled them about. But continue, bro. Continue.
Yeah, but I think we were deserved 2-0 with leaders at half time. Wolves didn't do nothing. We were the team that really were trying to make them I'm gonna get onto that in a minute, but yeah, we were the team that were doing everything. Second half came around, but Wolves probably came out a bit more. Um, I can't lie, we were poor, but we couldn't control the game in the second half. Couldn't keep the ball at all.
Hmm.
It was not a good second half. They scored early as well in the second half from a set piece. Poor defending from the corner. I didn't think we'd lose the game or we'd draw the game because it is Wolves at the end of the day. Everyone's beating them, but we definitely made it harder than it needed to be in the second half, man. You know, Bradley made a crucial interception as well, putting it out for the corner, or it would have been 2-2. So the second half wasn't good, but Wolves pushed on. We sat a little bit deeper. We couldn't really control the game at all, man, which isn't good against Wolves, but we hung on. It was a little bit nervous, but we did get the 3 points again. What else can I say, man? Going life and death at home against Wolves, bottom of the table Wolves, is not a good look at all. We're not playing well. I'm not going to say we're playing well or nothing because we're not. We're getting lucky. We're scraping over the line. Well, luck is definitely benefiting us. As soon as we come up against decent opposition or we have a decent one of games coming up, we will probably be showing up again. But for now, another 3 points, back in the top four. We'll take it, man. On an emotional day, we got the 3 points, so I'll take it. But it wasn't a good performance at all. First half was decent, but second half was a big drop off.
Then I better hope it's not us. To answer this question, if they lose to us tomorrow, I think that's where they relegate, because tomorrow's the last game of 2025 as well. And Wolves don't won a game yet this calendar year. They could do by beating us. I won't be surprised if they do. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just think it depends. Maybe early January as well. Maybe early January. They could win a game. I don't know. Maybe
I will say, Bob, they have looked better since the new manager came in, but they just can't get results in it, and that's the problem.
They have, yeah, kind of. I mean, João Gomez looks like in my opinion. So painful for a Wolves fan. Football can be so cruel. It's not fair. At least you can go down and fight to the end.
I do kind of want Wolves to stay up, man, because I felt, they definitely moved me yesterday. Even in July, bro, when the tragedy happened, they dealt with it with a lot of class. So if they do go down, I hope they can come back up, because I do have them I hold them in high regards.
That's the thing. But then the only issue is, can they keep their players that they currently have? Because they have players that have been key to what Wolves have done. They still have players like João Gomez there. If they lose him, and then they lose players like Strand Larson, they lose some talented players. Then it could be maybe like 2-3 years before they get back again, because it depends on who they invest in.
It's mad, bro, because I'm sure you remember the team they had when they first came into the Premier League.
Yeah, bro.
The team, man.
I don't mean to bring this up, but they beat you guys in the FA Cup as well. I was like, they really impressed me, man. They really impressed me, that Wolves team. I was like, they're too good for that championship. Bring them up now. I want to see them in the Prem. I was excited to see Wolves come up, man. I really was. I was excited to see Wolves in the Prem at the time, man. And they definitely got some impressive results. They were in Europe. They were balling out. They were in the Europe. Bro, rest in peace, Jota was in the Europa League semi-finals.
They had decent players, man. Obviously, Diogo Neves as well, bro. Neves was there.
Neves, Vitinha was there too, bro.
Jimenez as well.
Vitinha
had some very good players. Moutinho, yeah.
No, Vitinha.
Vitinha as well, yeah, bro. And even Cunha, bro. They let him go last season. This season, which is mental. So, yeah.
Patricio was there. They had, remember, they had Connor Cody, Willy Bolly, all these guys. They were winning games, man.
Yeah.
And they were getting results, man. You know what I mean? It's a shame, man. It's a shame what happened to Wolves, man. But listen, poor ownership is this is why.
Exactly.
This is why I gotta be careful of poor ownership, man. It's looking spooky for our first team. Well, hey, listen, we still got the win against Newcastle, so I'll take it. Robert was João Gomez. Yeah, he'll go.
Yeah, he's definitely leaving. Yeah,
he could be available in January. He might dip before they get relegated, bro. This is real. He might dip before they get relegated.
Any decent players they still have, bro, definitely gone in the summer.
Yeah, for sure. João Gomez could leave in January as well to some top team. Who knows? Someone might want him. He's a good player. He seems like a decent player. And even Mane will probably leave.
The thing is, I don't see them coming back up to the Prem for a long time, after they get relegated, because they're just not run properly.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not being run well. That's the problem, bro. If they will cover the first season when they get relegated, that's the only positive about getting relegated. The FA helps you with that financially. I mean, couldn't you before leaving goals at the same weird movements? Do you believe in such things?
I'm not even-
I think João Gomez goes. Sorry, what were you saying?
Now, weird movements. What do you mean by that, Lumen?
I think he means like in terms of the way the players are acting.
Oh, the way they act. Okay, yeah,
I think
yeah.
the thing that the way they're acting before like they get relegated, like
Yeah.
before, because I remember what do you call? I think Gordon was leaving it. I think Gordon left Everton as well,
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle. So I think it's kind of the same way. And Wemom, Ahmad Maz, Afcon, Delic, Maguire, Manu, Mount, Bruno injured. Any team loses that many first team can lose anyone. Maybe show up tomorrow. I do hope so too. I hope so too. I won't be surprised if it's like a scrappy game. Won't be surprised. But
It wasn't
anyways,
a good performance, bro. But we got the 3 points. Like I said, bro, we're getting away with it. You know, at the beginning of the season when we were getting away with it, I think luck went against us for a while. Now it's kind of going for us. But look, we're gonna get shown up eventually. Leeds at home next will be hard. Fulham away will be hard. Arsenal away coming up, that's gonna be hard. So, look, it's gonna come to an end. The luck is gonna run out.
I beg to God we beat Leeds in January, man. I beg to God. I will lose it if we lose to Leeds, bro. I hate you know me in Leeds United.
Yeah,
I don't like Leeds, bro. I don't like as a United fan. We don't like Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
I will lose it if we lose to Leeds, bro. Like that will officially break me. So that probably will happen. To be fair with you, I don't know why. But anyways, King, just quickly on Liverpool before we go to the next topic.
Yeah, obviously it was an emotional day, so it's one of those games where it's more about the spirit of Diego Jota rather than the game itself. I think for both sets of fans, I don't think really the result matters. I think it's one of those days where the loss of such a player is brought back to the mind, and it's more about the moment than the actual game. I don't really think both sets of players were really there, to be fair. I think Liverpool just did a professional job. It could have been a cleaner, maybe get a clean sheet, but win's a win. They are now 4th place, and it wasn't a very emotional day. Seeing the pictures, obviously Prophet with his stories as well were beautiful as well. So I think it kind of reminds you that there are bigger things than the sport itself, and I felt like that was one of those games, one of those moments where that it shows that. And I ain't really much else to say. I don't really think you can fault either of the teams for having a bad game or a good game for that day, just because of the moment it was for. And I think the fans were probably just more thinking about Jota and celebrating his life, and his brother and those lost in that crash as well. So rest in peace to Diego Jota and his brother, and we can move on to the next game.
I'll add real quick. I obviously I watched. I was at the pub. I was watching two. There was 2 screens. Obviously, there was the Arsenal game, and then there was the Liverpool game on at the same time. Liverpool did a professional job. You make a good point there, King. It was a professional job at Liverpool. They just had to do what they had to do, even though it was a tough game. It was more about the emotion of the players and the emotion of the event of Diogo Jota and obviously in his brother, the passing and the tragedy and everything. So yeah, 100%. I hear you, and just all around, it wasn't a bad game. I think it was actually a level. I would say it was a level-headed game because obviously both sides kept the composure, obviously with the respect and everything around. So yeah, I mean, look, 3 points to Liverpool, three crucial points for you guys, obviously in terms of like what you need to do going forward. And yeah, I mean, you are currently in the top 4. That's something that you can build on. And going into January, if shit does go down, then you will have to make some signings. And it's no better time to hit the form than before the January window, because now it's time to add some players for squad depth purposes if you have to.
To be fair, though,
You will sell.
To be fair, obviously I think we will sign a centre back in January. I don't think we'll get Semenyo. No, I think he'll go City. But
I think so.
I can't lie, Bob. From what I read today, a lot of reliable sources are saying that if Slot doesn't win the Champions League, he's getting sacked in the summer. So yeah, man, I'll take that. I think this one, people are going to think he's turned it around. And this one, he hasn't turned nothing around, to be fair. It's just pure
No.
luck.
You spend a lot of money. It's not turning around the corner.
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly, bro. Exactly. So unless he wins the Champions League, which he ain't going to do, he's gone, bro.
I hear you. We're going to move on to the next topic now. Arsenal 2-1. I'll start first on this one. It wasn't the greatest performance for Arsenal in the world. Obviously, well taken goal by Odegaard, well taken finish. In terms of obviously how the game went, I thought Brighton had their fair share of chances as well as Arsenal did. I thought both in terms of like quality. Arsenal once again getting away with another own goal. But then again, it's the power of their set pieces, isn't it? It's the power of what they do from the set piece. So set piece again, own goal again. Arsenal just following the trends of what they're doing in previous matches and whatnot. But they're going into the new year, possibly top if they beat Aston Villa. If they can beat Aston Villa, they'll be top by the end of 2025, and that's something that they can go into January to like. If we need to go and sign, speaking for Arsenal, they need to go sign some players. January window is literally in a week, and no better time to go into the window with a win, because obviously centre back depth is a bit shaky. Ben White's not the same player he once was. Timber is more of a right back now. Calafiori, he's been playing well at left back. Arsenal losing Gabriel and Saliba was not ideal, and obviously Gabriel being back could obviously be a big part in what they do going forward, because clean sheets wise, in terms of just the all round gameplay from the back, it could be a big confidence booster if Gabriel comes back in the next game. So or he's already back. I don't remember if he was back. But listen, good win for Arsenal. That's all I can really say. Nice finish by Odegaard. And what a save by Raya to save them 3 points. That's all I can say. Great win by Arsenal, and they move on to the next game. But I don't want you guys' thoughts on the Arsenal game real quick before we go on to next.
Is that
Yeah, I don't know.
I probably not in it. Well, it's not smart to do that after we spent so much, and look what's happened. So I wouldn't do.
But over to you, Prophet, on the Arsenal game real quick.
Yeah, but Arsenal game, I didn't watch the game, but I did watch the highlights after. Yeah, Arsenal got the job done, but wasn't easy, innit? They did scrape over it at the end, but 3 points, stay top of the league. They're going to Villa next game.
King. Oh, sorry.
Oh, my bad. I fell asleep. I was thinking about Arsenal game again. What can I say that hasn't been really said about Arsenal? I mean, own goals, poor football, boring game, lucky to set pieces, lucky to get away with it again. But listen, I'm not gonna hate. I'm gonna say a good win for Arsenal. Obviously, still top of the table, still kind of
grinding it out.
I don't think City draw. I'll be honest with you. I don't see City drawing anytime soon. But I will say this: I do think Arsenal Villa is going to be a difficult game for them. But we'll talk about that later. But in terms of the game on the weekend, yeah, man, they just did what they needed to do to win. That's all they've been really doing the last couple of weeks. I think it's going to catch up on them at some point, because I don't think you can keep getting away with playing poor. I said for me, there were parts of the game against Brighton where they did play well, and I think even around the point where Odegaard scored his goal, I think they were the better team for the most part in the first half. But they need to improve their open play football, and they need to supply Gyökeres more, because he's becoming a shell of himself at this point. And I feel like the more they don't play to him, the more they don't build the team for him, I think it would have been another striker that's been wasted on. Like, how many strikers? Him? I'm not going to say Isaac because of the injury. I think Isaac would have had a good run of form if it wasn't for the injury. But him, Sesko, Liam Delap, Like all these strikers just have failed and for this one, it's the worst of the lot of them because he's
Let's
a
go,
proven goal scorer. So
so let's go outside an injury.
at least with him, no, I'm talking about players, strikers have failed
Oh,
so far. Obviously him, Delap, Sesko. But the thing with um, is King, isn't Chelsea worse than Arsenal in every aspect of the game? No, we actually can score from open play. We actually can do that. We did that in the last game. And to be honest, we play better football. We just don't have finishers. That's the difference between, and we don't rely on corners, got own goals and free kicks. We don't do that. So no, we're not the same. Um, we have other problems. Like our issues are mainly defensive and mainly the wingers. Their problems is that they can't play football, that they don't have a style that is unique to them at all, in the sense of they play like Bolton. So I don't think that's a good enough style for you to win a league with. I don't think that's sustainable. I don't think you can have. I don't think your top scorer right now is own goals for Arsenal. That's not the case for us. Um, so there's a difference. But yeah, I think Arsenal's top scorer right now is own goals. They've got what, 5 own goals, joint top scorer with Odegaard, I'm guessing, who's got 5 in the Premier League. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm obviously I don't know the facts. I don't have the facts ahead of me, but they've got enough own goals in recent times, and I feel like the level of quality of football that they're playing at is not good enough for the long term. And they need to do something, because if they can't get Gyökeres in the game and then they bring back Havertz or Marino up top, I don't think it gets any better than this. So I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know what their future holds. I don't know what their future holds. The the games between us and them in the Carabao Cups are going to be interesting. But for this Brighton game, good win, terrible football. As I said, I just checked the highlights. They looked like the better team in the first half. They were poor in the second half. They probably could have been a draw. But I don't watch full Arsenal games. I have better things to do with my life. I've decided that I don't watch Arsenal no more, unless they're playing my team. So yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Yeah. Unless Prophet wants to add any more, we'll move on to the next game now.
Yeah.
Forest 1, City 2.
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. This was I thought Forest could do it, man. You know, when it was getting closer to the end, I thought, you know what, they can hang on, they can get the point. I thought Forest played well. They played very well. Pinned City back most of the game, to a 1-1. I really thought, man, they were going to walk out with a draw, but you know what, City doing what they do all the time. A lot of the time, they've done it down the years. Grind out the win, get a late goal, 2-1. Yeah, man. That's what you got to do to be champions. Well, that is a champions win, not what Arsenal have been doing with set pieces in that late on. That's a proper champions win. They scored the goal, walk away with the 3 points. Not the best performance from City, but Cherky stepped up again. We've got to give Cherky his credit. You know, he probably wasn't City's first choice. They did want Wirtz, but he's been a great signing for them nonetheless. A very, very good signing. And yeah, 3 points for City, bro. Right behind Arsenal still. They could be top after this week. We'll wait and see. But yeah,
Don't think
City doing up City bits.
I don't think it's a flop. I don't think it's a flop, Lumen. He's only been brought in half a season, and yeah, I think he'll slowly get better. He'll slowly get better. You think Nico Gonzalez is not a good player? Interesting. I didn't watch the game, but from what I saw a little bit of, Forest looked like they moved the ball well. They looked like they were getting into spaces. They were trying to play it around the park. Forest seemed like they're getting better, but then it just weren't enough. Elliot Anderson should be a top target for a lot of top teams, in my opinion, very, very soon. But that's all I can say about City. I didn't really watch. Ikram, would you prefer Cherky over Mbeumo right wing? No, because Cherky's not a right winger. I would play Turkey in the middle. I would play Turkey in the middle in terms of in the attacking midfield spot. I wouldn't play him on the wing. What he could do behind this, but what he could do on the pitch, creating for the striker in behind, that would be really good. I would much rather he plays in attacking midfield. Attacking midfield would be very, very good. So I would play Turkey there. But King, you want anything on the City game? City Forest game? I didn't really watch the game, so I can't really add too much on that. I missed it because I wasn't paying attention to the game.
Yeah, I can add. A Daesh ball at its finest. Obviously, he made City work for the win.
Yeah.
And I do agree with Prophet. I think there was points where I thought that Forest were going to get a sign out the game. But yeah, City just grinded it out. Ryan Cherky has been he had a slow start. He had a slow start to the season, but he's now picked it up. He's kind of got his groove back. He's started to be a part of the team now. He's a regular fixture in the 11, and I think he's kind of replaced some of the creativity lost from Kevin De Bruyne, which has helped City more recently. It also frees up Haaland. It also frees up Foden, and you can see that them two are playing a lot better with him, and they're starting to understand him as a team. And I feel like that's allowed them to kind of grind out this result today. But yeah, Sean Dyche's just doing his typical, making it hard for you to beat, making it a tough game. And yeah, City just got out with the 3 points, but not the best City performance. But at this point of the season, with some games coming thick and fast, and that's not the reason why I'm not going to hate too much on what Arsenal are doing. Is that you just need to get the 3 points by hook or by crook. Even Man United, hook or by crook, get the 3 points. That's why I'm pissed off with my team, because when you're dominant against a team, you need to win that game, because you never know what's going to happen in the next game, and the games are coming thick and fast. So 2 free losses, 2 free drop points, you can go from second, third to 7th, 8th in this table real quick. We could be mid-table real quick if we have a couple more bad performances. So for City to keep the pressure up on Arsenal, to stave off the ascendancy of Villa, it was a good win.
Fair enough. That's all I can really say about City. Any other games we haven't spoken about on the weekend? I watched a bit of the Sunderland Leeds game. I thought Leeds moved the ball quite well.
Spurs game, bro. Spurs Palace yesterday.
Oh yeah, Spurs. I didn't watch the Spurs game at all.
I watched a bit of it, bro. To be fair, it's a good win for Spurs, because I'll be honest. I think we all predicted the Palace win, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm surprised they went there and won, but they needed something. They were under pressure, and they got a win. A decent defensive display as well. I think Palace had about 62% of the ball to Spurs' 38, so it was a good defensive display by them. But does it really mean anything for Tottenham? Probably not, bro, because they've put in a decent display here, but I guaranteed you next week, they'll go and lose again. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Spurs win.
Yeah, fair. King, Palace Spurs. Did you watch that?
Oh no, I was outside. I was outside.
Same,
went to Casablanca to watch my team, man. My
Watch the
country.
game.
I will say this though, to the 2 white teams that I don't like in Leeds and Tottenham, thank you for getting results against Sunderland and Palace. I'm still 5th. This weekend could have been a lot worse for me if it wasn't for you 2 white clubs that I hate. So fuck Spurs, fuck Leeds, but thanks for getting results. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Leeds are going to stay another season in the Premier League. And Spurs are mid-table, so I don't care about them. But yeah, man, thank you for taking points from Palace and Sunderland, because it was going to be peak out here for my club. I'm gonna lie, we would be 6th or 7th if it wasn't for you 2 white shit clubs. But thank you.
And Sunderland Leeds, I watched that game a little bit. I thought Sunderland looked strong. I thought they looked good. I think they were one of the. I think they were. Leeds. I would say Leeds. Leeds actually looked quite good. They actually missed quite a lot of chances. I can't lie to you on the counter. Sunderland were just a bit sloppy, and yeah, I mean, look, the point. I'm kind of glad this game ended in a draw, but We'll take it. We'll take the points as we go.
Richarlison. You know what? To Richarlison, to be fair, he has scored a couple of bangers this season. I will give him that, but I still don't rate him like that.
Fair enough.
Can I add one
And-
thing though?
Yeah,
I add
go
one
on,
thing.
Don't have to ask.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, big up to you. Big up to you, man. You've gone on a good run. So, respect. You've kind of rolled back the years to where you were at Everton under Ancelotti. You're balling out here. So if anyone needs a striker in January, DCL, baby. I think you can get it for a decent price right now.
Would have been another if United go take it from Leeds 1 million. I'm kidding. Never gonna happen again. How we took Cantona from them. This is no Cantona. I'm not taking him from Leeds. No way. He's not that good. That's it, Pirlo. It's a purple patch for these players. I don't think he'll continue this form. It's a purple patch. Sunderland needs Siddiqui to come back from the AFCON. A lot of clubs need players to come back from AFCON, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. King, even if Palace won, it was 1-0. They wouldn't have gone above us because of goal difference. Yeah, true. Goal difference.
Yeah, but I don't need them to be on the same points as me, man. I'm struggling to breathe out here, man. I'm on the same points as United. I only need one team on the same points as me, so they're below me officially. So thank God for that white team up North London. I can't believe I'm saying it, but once, but
Burnley Everton, I saw on Goal Rush. Man, the amount of chances in that game. How many chances did Everton waste? Burnley could have scored a couple. Both teams could have scored a lot of chances, man. That's all I can really say. Both teams just wasted chances. Wasteful game from both sides. And real quick on Fulham, bro. West Ham and Fulham. Fulham also had a lot of chances to score, but they ended up winning the game 1-0.
Yeah,
And
I
that
can't
could
lie,
be-
but I think West Ham are gone. Now I looked at the table.
I was going to say,
I thought they'd stay up in it, but now I'm feeling that they're gonna go.
that could be the end of West Ham, man.
Yeah.
That could be the end of the season, man. I'll be real with you. And I'm disappointed we dropped points against East Lot, man. We should have absolutely smoked them in Old Trafford, man. I don't know what we were doing to parking the bus against fucking West Ham. Yeah, Amarim. Yeah, you slag. Anyways,
Pause. Pause.
whatever. Pause. Yeah, pause.
But now, bro, I seen Bournemouth got battered, didn't they, in their game against was it Brentford? They got absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, Brentford slapped Bournemouth. Brentford slapped Bournemouth, bro. Bournemouth are all over the shop. They are finished. They are dusted.
Nah, what's happened to them? Real talk, because they was on fire at the beginning of the season, right up there in third.
I think Senesi's. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know what's happened to Semenyo. Obviously scored, but what else? I remember the time when they went to Newcastle away and slapped them 4-5-1 because Clyburn scored a hat trick. You know what I mean? He played like his father for one game, and he's gone missing for the rest. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's happened. They're all over the shop, man. Bournemouth are all over the shop. I don't know what's happened to them.
Yeah. Iriola's look a bit dusty right now.
Yeah, the Iriola hype is gone, man. I can't believe people are hyping him up like that.
Yes.
Is that true?
But I will say this: Sade is a player that people would look at, though. Hat trick again. What did Twisted Fate say?
West Ham pulled Nuno into the emergency meet. To be fair, I don't think he'll be there.
None of this is Nuno's fault.
No, I don't think he'll be their manager in the Championship anyway. To be fair, I think they'll get someone else.
Yeah, he'll be gone.
Yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of players, man. Paqueta as well. Gonna go.
Bro, Paqueta's gone.
Yeah,
bro. They can't have Paqueta off these betting allegations. The betting allegations really got to his head. Paqueta is just not the same player he once was, the same player that Man City wanted. Once City found out the allegations, they said, nah, we're immediately out of here. We're no longer signing you. Who else in that team? Wan-Bissaka is the only player in that West Ham team. I'm be like, bro, get this guy back at my football club now. Dalot is fucking trash.
No, they'll lose a lot of players. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Even Wan-Bissaka, bro, he's doing all right at West Ham.
I'm taking him back at my football club all day, every day, because that fucking Dalot, I have to deal with him for another season or two. Yeah, nah.
Their left back as well, El Hadji Malik Diouf, who's at
Souček as well, Thomas Souček.
What about
Yeah, but Suchek's rubbed out.
Yeah, he's a-
Who else? Somerville, Ciroloni Somerville, the left winger.
Somerville?
He's
Fulkrug has
cold.
gone on to AC Milan. Fulkrug has gone on loan to
Yeah.
Milan.
Guelme, gone. Matthias Fernandez, the midfielder. Bowen,
Yeah, good player.
Wan-Bissaka,
good player.
Magassa, Todibo. Todibo's the centre back that teams will look at.
Yep. Todibo. Who else?
Alfonso Ariola
Darboy.
as well, the goalkeeper. He'll probably
Darboy's
move
gone.
on.
Their keeper is also going to be gone.
Areola, yeah. He'll definitely go.
Yeah.
That stadium in the championship is going to be mad, though.
Not English.
That-
They could still fill it up because
I'll
we've
be
got
rude.
fans, but
It's not a good stadium.
Nah, it's not. It's just a really big stadium, and it's not great.
Bro, Upton Park was the OG, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
OG West Ham. Ever since they moved stadium, they've won. But other than that, like they've been in relegation. They've been in relegation fodder.
Bro, they should have kept Moyes, man. I can't lie. They fucked up big time getting rid of Moyes.
Exactly. Why would you sack a European winning manager? It makes no sense. He's won.
He had to go. He had to go. He was trash.
You know why he was trash, bro? It's because
Was
West Ham they didn't back him. After winning the conference, they
Yeah,
didn't
but
back him.
I don't think I think the board was a problem, but I think Moyes' football wasn't good enough for West Ham at the
Yeah,
time.
his football's terrible, to be fair.
I think and the only thing I would say is that the board made terrible decisions of the managers afterwards as well. That's the thing. That West Ham's downfall is because the board picked bad manager after bad manager after bad manager. They didn't make a right decision with manager until Nuno, and Nuno is now too late. Because they got that. Who was the guy that they got after him? The guy that was rubbish.
Graham Potter, I think. They had Lopetegui, I think, after it was Lopetegui after Moyes.
He was rubbish.
Got to his head though.
He was Moisey footballed like 10 times worse. He was one of the major reasons why they were so bad.
Potters.
Yeah, Manuel Pellegrino. Pellegrini. That's the one.
Pellegrini.
Manuel Pellegrini was trash. Then they brought Moyes back for a second spell.
He's a league winner as well.
Was trash.
So well. They actually did so well.
Yeah.
With David Moyes. You know what I mean? But yeah.
The second stint of Moyes was okay, but it was still bad. And the Lopetegui was bad, Potter was bad, and then you got Nuno. Yeah, man.
What's that, Justin?
I hope I hope that team gets new owners, man. They need new owners more than anything.
I hear you, man. Yeah, they need new owners, 100%. They do. But that's the game. That's all the games we've reviewed. We'll get to the preview now. I think we might as well get to the preview of the games right now. We've spoken about our clubs, but let's quickly preview this game. I think we'll start with Chelsea and Bournemouth. That's the first game. We'll go there first because it's like the earlier. And big up Indian Scouts. Go subscribe to my guy Indian Scouts. He has to promise you one thing: upload some videos in January, bro. You're kind of behind on the content, but big up to you, my guy. Hope you will. Hope you're enjoying Pattaya and everything. Big up to you, my guy. Enjoy your holidays and Happy New Year. West Ham will get ready to championship by Neymar and go straight back up. Nah, I don't see that happening. But hey, Neymar, I don't know, man. Hope he makes that World Cup. Man. We all want to see Neymar at the World Cup. But anyways, Chelsea Bournemouth King. That's the earlier game, so we'll get there first.
Yeah. I got a 3-word preview. Just fucking win. That's all. I ain't got nothing else to say. Just fucking win.
Score prediction then.
It better be a 2-0. And it better be clean sheets as well.
I got Chelsea winning 3-1.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 3-0 Chelsea. I think they'll get a bounce back here. Bournemouth are just in dire fucking form at the moment. I think it's gonna continue with them.
Bro, sorry. Neymar he carried Santos on his back with an injured knee to help them survive relegation.
Nah, Neymar's a baller, man.
Yeah.
Absolute baller.
It's not a disgrace.
Yeah, he didn't have the flipping the mindset and that, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he had a lot of talent.
Yeah. 3-1 Chelsea. What was your prediction, Prophet?
3-0 Chelsea, bro. Bournemouth are done, man, because they got Arsenal after Chelsea as well. So yeah, they're in trouble.
Arsenal, Aston Villa. Let's talk about this game. This is a good game. Let's talk about this game.
Right, title race decider here. I can't
Arsenal.
lie, bro.
Yeah.
After Villa beat Chelsea, I'm feeling that they could go Arsenal and cause an upset as well. I can't lie. Arsenal aren't great at the moment. They're not playing great, but they're getting wins. Villa are actually playing well. I think Villa got everything here to hurt Arsenal and get something. I don't think Arsenal win. I don't think they're going to win. But do I think they're going to lose? I don't know. I'm tempted to go between a Villa win and a draw, but what do you guys think? Actually, I'll let you guys go first.
I think this is at the Emirates. I'm gonna go with an Arsenal win.
Bez?
I just think Villa's winning run has to come to an end somehow, and unfortunately, it'll come here. My only hope is that if Villa win, they go top, because City are probably gonna win their game against, what was it? Were they playing away? They're playing away to Sunderland away. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough game, man.
It's not a guaranteed win. That's not guaranteed.
I agree. It's not a guaranteed win.
It's not a tough team.
It's not a guaranteed win either. But I don't know, man. Hopefully, you know what? We all hope Villa win the league, isn't it? We all hope Villa win the league. Of all
Villa.
Why?
I'm not having that bum-ass team win a league. Have another fan base to be annoyed, to be annoying and loud in a city called Birmingham. Oh, fuck that. It's either London or Manchester. I don't care who. That's all I want. London, Manchester, Liverpool. Those are the three. I don't need another city.
You'd rather Arsenal win the league over Aston Villa?
Yes, I'd rather. It goes for me. It goes City, Arsenal, Villa. I don't give a fuck about Villa, man.
For me, if I had to pick, Villa, Arsenal, Man City. I'm choosing Arsenal over Man City all day, every day for me. I'm sorry. I can't have my City rivals winning another league title. I'm sorry. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't lie. I'd probably go Arsenal, Villa, then City last.
You also don't want Villa to win the league?
Nah, I'd rather. You know what? I don't hate Arsenal like that, innit? So
Same. I don't have hatred towards Arsenal like I do. It's just some of their fans that are just so annoying.
Yeah.
But I'm more associated with the fans that are least annoying. Like, for example, obviously Josh and Jack. They're not the most annoying Arsenal fan. They're the more realistic Arsenal fans. You can kind of accept them. But whereas the ones on Twitter is like, it's hard to read. I mean, what shit they're saying, and some of the combined 11s these men are fucking doing is like embarrassing. Like, stay out of the combined 11s, and you might have not won anything until you've won something. Then start doing combined 11s. Until then, stay out of it. 2-1 Villa. Villa don't have Cash and Kamara, a huge blow. Yeah, that's a huge blow, 100%. Yeah, Cash and Kamara is a huge blow, man. 11 wins for the Villains is it's crazy, bro. It's title winning form, Scouser. Title winning form. This 8 wins in a row in the Prem. That's 100% title winning. What'd you call? Villa not winning, but draws possible. Arsenal will win. I agree.
To be fair, bro, Villa beat them 2 years ago, didn't they? At the Emirates. That was the game that kind of screwed Arsenal over. It's why they didn't win the league. So they can definitely go there and win.
Calvert-Lewin became all the English players to score 6+ consecutive Premier League appearances, first since Joe Willock netted in 7 in a row from April to May in 2021. Yeah, Villa need to win. 100%. They need to win. He's also the first Leeds player to achieve this in the top flight since John McCall, 1959. Wow, Ferris. At Chelsea fan preferring Arsenal win the league over Villa's hurt for me. No, my pals at Chelsea.
Can I clarify? Can I clarify?
Go on.
Can I clarify? My parents support Arsenal, so for my parents, I would rather see that. I don't want to see Villa win a league title. That's just fucking annoying. Birmingham, you know, what a dusty city as well. No offense to anyone from Birmingham, but the city's dusty. And Aston Villa is dusty too, man.
my pal's a Chelsea fan. He'd rather Arsenal win the league over Man City because he doesn't like Man City. He just doesn't like what Man City are doing in football. He just doesn't like he just doesn't like Man City. I'll be real. And neither do I. Neither do
most
I like seeing oil boys, baby.
Most people would prefer Arsenal to win it. Big
Yeah,
up
yeah.
AFC always, man.
That's up, brother.
Yeah,
That's up. Yeah, no, I just don't like Man City, man. After what they did to me in 2012, it's hard to even like them after that. I'll be honest with you guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are moments when they play Liverpool, it's hard. Like, yeah, you have to. Because as a United fan, I can't have Liverpool win the league, right? So, if I had to choose, then obviously I would rather Man City. But then again, if I had to choose between Arsenal and Man City, yeah, I'm going Arsenal all day, every day. There's no way in hell I want City to catch up to United. People are not realizing this, but City are catching up to us. So if there's any United fans out there that actually want Man City to catch up to Man United, then I assume that you're not United fans. Actually, you actually don't mind Man City getting closer to United, just so Arsenal fans could suffer. But you'd rather our record be broken. You'd rather our record be broken, and you'd rather our title get stripped off. That English top that English league title, Premier League, sorry, I can't even talk. Fucking hell, that Premier League title, most of all time, will be taken away to given to Man City. You'd rather that. United fans, you'd rather that happens for real. I don't care if Arsenal fans are annoying. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Arsenal. I don't even read Twitter. I don't even fucking care about social media. People care too much about social media and the fixated shit on social media. I don't give a shit about social media. I don't give a shit what Arsenal fans say on social media. I don't even take what they say seriously. Just take it by a pinch of salt. Just move on. Half of their opinions are fucking irrelevant, anyways. A lot of what they say is irrelevant, bro. Compare Saka to Ronaldo. Are you actually okay in the head? Yeah, man. I was like, do you know what? Hey, all right. These men are trolling, so I'll move on, man. I move on. So I don't care, bro. I have Arsenal fans that are actually like realistic Arsenal fans that are not annoying. I can tolerate these Arsenal fans. The ones that are over here are not insufferable. They're not insufferable. I can tolerate Arsenal fans over here. The Arsenal fans in the UK, okay, I get you. But I'm not having City catch up to Man United, man. I'm sorry. I just am not. After what we've done in football, and you allow City to catch up the way they do, yeah, no, that's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. You let your Manchester rivals, who hadn't won shit in 34 fucking years, to catch up to you on league titles, Premier League titles. Yeah, no, absolute joke. I'm not having it. I'm not having Man City win another Premier League. But they're probably going to win it again, so yes, I would. I don't care about
Yeah, I can tolerate them, man. It's peak for Chelsea fans and Spurs fans, but
I can
for us,
tolerate
it'll be fine.
I have no issues with Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
I never had issues with Arsenal. I speak to an Arsenal fan every day. He's fine. If Arsenal don't win the league, I hope Villa do. Yeah, same. I would rather Villa too. I'd rather Villa.
Yeah.
Because Villa
Villa for Banks would be funny. I'm gonna lie. Good evening, winning it.
The only way we can troll is that Emery left Arsenal to go win the Premier League with Aston Villa over Mikel Arteta. Super duper Mick. That's what we can troll them about. You know what I mean? At least.
Backs twisted fate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can tolerate them. They're not my rivals. Arsenal are not my rivals. They've never been my rivals. I grew up seeing Arsenal win only FA Cups. That doesn't move me. They've not won Premier Leagues in my lifetime. In my lifetime watching football, I've never seen Arsenal win Premier Leagues. I've only seen Liverpool win Premier Leagues.
You don't want to see them. You don't want to see them win it.
I can't, bro. I can't tolerate these. I already can't tolerate these men winning Premier Leagues, bro. When it was 2020, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out of here. I need to hide. That's
the thing. Put it this way. I understand your point about City catching up, but I do it based on how big the fan base is, and the worst fan base is one of the worst fan bases to win a trophy is Arsenal.
I get that, but then again, it's about records.
For my parents, I'll put them above Villa. They're above Villa because I don't really need another team winning the league. I don't really care about the fantasy fairy tale like Leicester and Blackburn. Cool, once in a million, whatever. I don't need that again.
All right. let's put it this way.
But for you, it's Arsenal over City. For me, it's City over
And
Arsenal.
Liverpool,
It makes sense.
Arsenal over City and Liverpool and Leeds. Fuck Leeds. I'm not having Leeds.
Yeah.
Even Leeds, bro. If Leeds ever do,
But Leeds will never. Yeah, Leeds will never come
I'm just
close. I don't
saying,
think
in a
my
scenario
lifetimes.
where if Leeds are in the title race, if in a scenario, I'm not saying they will be. If in a scenario there are, then I'm not wanting Leeds to win the Prem. No way in hell will I ever want Leeds to win the Prem, bro. I'm a United fan. I could never want Leeds to win the Prem, bro.
No, I
Although
don't.
they did help us win the Prem back in was it early 2000s or something? Because I remember they beat Arsenal to help us steal the Prem. I remember that.
Yeah,
Because
for me, it's anybody but Arsenal. But if it's Villa, I'll put Arsenal above Villa. I don't really care
I
about
agree.
Villa like
Saka's
that.
not better than Di Maria.
Saka's nowhere near. Come on, monkey man.
Yeah,
You got to be in the wind up there.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Come on, man. That's it. He's got to be winding us up with that.
Nah, but still though, I'm not having City catch up with United, man. I'm sorry. I just am not. I just am not.
Right, you may not be having it, but it's gonna happen, man.
It's gonna happen.
Royal City. Manchester's gonna be blue.
That's why I would
rather than later.
That's why I would much rather Arsenal win. You know what I mean? Than
Yeah,
City.
hell no.
Obviously for you, hell no. But Villa's my second favorite. Villa's my second favorite team in England. I'll be honest with you guys. If I had to choose a second team in England, it's Aston Villa. I've had this. I've had them as my second favorite team since what was it? What's his name? Dean Smith. Since the days of his name was Dean Smith, right? Yeah, Dean Smith.
But you know, Steven Gerrard used to manage them, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
oh yeah, that was a funny time. He was trash.
I didn't really care about that. He was shit anyways at Aston Villa. I'll be honest with you. He was shit anyways.
Manager of Aston Villa.
Do you think it will get to 20 Premier League titles without proper ownership? No, I mean 13 Premier League titles. They'll catch up to us in Premier League titles over before the ownership.
They might even catch up to 20 league titles. I'm gonna lie to you.
Probably will
Because
of Man City's ownership. That's why they're gonna win more. But speaking of Man City, we might as well get to Man City's game anyways. We might as well get to City's game. Have you guys given your prediction for Arsenal Aston Villa yet?
I'm gonna go 3-3, bro. 3-3 draw.
I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
I don't see either team scoring that much. I think it's gonna be 1-1.
Fair. Big up to King Khan though. Big up to you, bro.
It's not gonna be a high scoring game because Arsenal can't score and Villa really didn't do anything until they put on Watkins. So I don't know if they're going to start with him, if he's going to be a difference maker for them against Arsenal. I don't know, because obviously Arsenal have a better defense than we do. So I think it's going to be a scrappy 1-1.
Burnley, Newcastle. 2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle, yeah.
3-0 Newcastle. That's comfortable, man.
Forest Everton 2-1.
If they don't win that game, then yeah, Eddie Howe out.
Yeah. I agree. 2-1 Forest, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Forest. Same.
Against who?
Everton at home.
Who's at home? Forest or Everton?
Forest. Yeah, but bro, even if Newcastle are poor even home, they should be winning this game. Otherwise, yeah, sack Eddie Howe.
Forest Everton. 2-2. 2-2 for that one.
I'll sacrifice UCL qualification if it meant Aston Villa have a chance to win the Prem. Seriously, I don't give a shit. UCL qualification doesn't mean shit if you don't win anything with it, in my opinion, in my eyes.
I think Villa end up fifth anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I think Villa end up fifth. I think Villa will get Champions League. I think they'll get it.
Yeah, fourth or fifth. We'll finish fourth.
Rewind back to the start of the show. It's there, bro. That was a second segment we started off with. Forest, Everton, what do you say? I'm saying 2-1 Forest. Prophet, you're saying?
Yeah, 2-1 Forest as well.
And King, what are you saying?
2-2.
2-2. Man, it'll be 3 years in a row with no UCL. It's disgusting. It's the biggest cup in the league. Facts. It will be. But still, if it means that our rivals don't win the league, I'm sacrificing that. West Ham Brighton, 2-1 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton.
It depends, bro.
That's a rivalry game. 1-1.
2-1 Brighton. Palace Fulham. 2-1 Palace.
Oh,
No,
I'm gonna
3-1
go
Palace.
1-1. 1-1.
1-1. All right.
2-1 Fulham. Because Palace have been using the same team again and again and again. I think they've been run out and done out. I think they're getting tired.
Brentford Tottenham.
So Fulham to beat them 2-1. Oh, Brentford Tottenham.
3-1 Brentford.
3-1 Brentford. 3-1 Brentford.
2-0 Brentford.
He made more revenue than Liverpool did last season with qualification winning the league. We don't usually have what we sure how we want it. Emery needs to be back in January to have a chance of winning this Prem. I hear you. 100% hear you. Palace 1, Fulham 1, Brighton 2-1, Palace 1-0, Spurs 2-1. I disagree. Brentford will win the game. Spurs are not going to win 2 games in a row, in my opinion. Don't see it. I don't see it. Let's get to the comments before we go to. All right. Profit Liverpool Leeds preview, please.
Yeah, bro. We should be winning the game, bro. I'll be honest. Leeds will be a much harder game than Wolves, because though they've got more quality there. They've come into some good form as well. You know, they're well out of the relegation zone now. There's a big gap between them and 17th, so 18th. I mean, so we should be getting a win here. Should be making it 5 wins in a row. I think we will at home. Although Leeds did push us all the way at Ellen Road a couple of weeks ago and got a 3-3 there, but that was at Ellen Road. It was different. I think at Anfield, we should have enough to deal with them. So I think we'll win the game, and I think we'll go 5 unbeaten. Do I think it'll be a good performance? Probably not. It's probably going to be another dead performance, but I think we will get the 3 points.
Score prediction?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay. King? Talk about the game real quick.
Liverpool Leeds. Obviously Leeds are in good form. DCL is on hot fire. He's scoring every game, so he's on fire. Liverpool should win this game. I think they're a better team than Leeds. As much as Leeds have been on good form and DCL is scoring goals, I just think it'll be another professional performance. I think Leeds get a goal, but I think Liverpool could comfortably win the game. I think you see Ekitike get maybe a brace, and then they get a third from someone else. So I think they get a comfortable win. And I'm going to just say the result now. 3-1 Liverpool.
Same. I was going to go 3-1 Liverpool as well. The one thing, though, you do have to be aware is I watched a bit of Leeds, and they were dangerous on the counter. They were very dangerous on the counter. And that's something you have to be careful about, because I think Liverpool tracking back is an issue, right? You are able to concede sloppy goals.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like it'll be a tough game, but I think Liverpool will edge it 3-1. And I say edge it, I mean like it'll be a tight 3-1. It won't be like a 3-1, like the easiest comfortable 3-1. I think it'll be tight. So I think Leeds can cause you a threat. I think last time you played Leeds was 3-3, so obviously I think it'll be a tough game. Obviously, you conceding 3 goals to Leeds last time out. Won't be surprised if something similar happens, but I think it'll just be a 3-1 Liverpool. I think you guys will be able to win the game, no problem at all. Let's get to it. Let me just see any of the comments if I missed out any other comments. Brentford are good from home. Spurs good away from home. Yeah, but Spurs are worse than Brentford, in my opinion. King saying we need it is basically we can't live without it. What do you say? We're the biggest club. It's just a want. It's a huge difference. Oh, it's talking about King Khan. Never mind. It's talking about King Khan. My bad. We're talking about
not
King.
me. Oh,
for
King United.
Khan. Yeah, he's talking about United. Yeah. They're just arguing in the chat over something. It's all good.
No. The thing about United, I would say this: they can't afford to have too many years out of Champions League football. They can't afford to, because with the way FFP is and the way their ownership move, they use club money to pretty much submit their transfers. Sure, you can buy players without Champions League football. Man United are that big, but what could they do with Champions League money and playing well?
We don't do anything with Champions League. That's the thing. We don't really
They
win. We don't.
can. They have the ability if they get in Champions League for consistency and have a manager that has them playing consistently,
It's not even
winning
the manager.
games, and they can compete with City. They can
It's the
compete
own.
with City. They can compete and win multiple titles over multiple years. So yeah, Champions League football is a need and a must and a want. It should be everything. Man
But the thing
United
is,
should be aiming to win 4, 5, 6 Champions Leagues. They're still on 3.
the
That's not
thing is
enough for
though.
them. They should
The
be
thing.
trying to catch Liverpool.
Sorry, cutting. The issue with us is our ownership ain't that serious like that. They don't want to spend when we get Champions League. The
Yeah,
issue
that's the
with
problem. Yeah.
once we get Champions League, they don't get the money out their pockets, and that's been our biggest issue. That's been our Achilles heel, is that our owners don't want to spend when we get Champions League. The last time they actually properly spent, and you can call me crazy, but Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo was one that really got me excited. I was like, all right, they're finally getting their checkbook out in a Champions League qualification season. Finally, you're actually going to spend on players. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you've got all this money in the world to spend when we qualify for Champions League, but we don't. This is why we get knocked out in group stages, because you keep latching on to shit players that have been here at the football club for so long. Still latching on to Luke Shaw, still latching on to Harry Maguire. Why the fuck do we need these guys? Get them out of my football club. You know what I mean? And improve the fucking squad instead of
I understand it, man.
duds, man. Stop latching onto these English duds, bro. We don't need English footballers. Yes, you do need English quarters to promote them from the youth academy. Then you've got Kobe Manu right there. He's English. We almost signed Will Hughes one point because of English quarter. This English quarter shouldn't be binned. It's a shit rule in England. It's a really shit rule.
No, it's a good rule. It's a good rule. It is a good rule.
It's a good rule only if you have good English players. Sorry.
No, but there are good English players that are Man United.
No,
The thing about Man United is this: if you wanted Adam Wharton, if you wanted Elliot Anderson, if you wanted Guehi, if you wanted the better English players, you can get them. The thing is, your ownership is the problem. They spend like they're broke. But I will say this: I would like to see Ineos with Champions League money and what they would do. I haven't seen that yet. So that's the only thing I would say, is that I would love to see Ineos with Champions League money and see what they would do. Because I feel like they're different from what the Glazers have been previously. And I think they've had more hits than misses with their players, not the managers, with the players. So I would like to see with them what they would do for your club if they had Champions League money and they had a bit more kind of leverage to spend. That's what I would say, because you in the Champions League would make exponentially more money, so to the point where you wouldn't even need the owners to put money in because of FFP. The amount of money you'd make, because you make a lot of money not being in Champions League. But imagine if you're in Champions League, the amount of money you'd be able to compete and buy the best players. But yeah, homegrown as well, homegrown talent. There's plenty of them as well. But yeah.
I think that's what the English quota is. It's the homegrown, isn't it? Like the players that you bring in from like like Paul Pogba for us was homegrown because he played in England before, right?
Yeah.
Before Juventus, so he counts as a homegrown. Whereas Garnacho was homegrown as well because he came from the academy. Heaven is homegrown because he came from Arsenal's academy. He's English, so that counts. Cheeto will be homegrown because he Arsenal's academy, so that's homegrown already right there. But it depends on the amount of years that these players need to be before they become homegrown or considered homegrown. African King, the debt is a huge problem as well. We are spending equivalent of a new sign every year on just the interest, not even paying off the loan. Yep, we're in massive debt, and that's an issue.
Yeah, but they're never going to pay that off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You need a certain amount of years to become homegrown, and Cheeto will be homegrown. Heaven will be homegrown. Kobe Manu will be homegrown. We let Bruno decide if he wants to stay or not. No, you as a club tell him if he's staying or not. Facts. Don't let the players make the decisions. You make the decision for him. If you want to sell him, sell him. It's not my decision. If you sell Kobe Manu, that's not my decision. That's the football club's decision. Whether I agree with it or not is a different issue. Exactly. No, I said we're multiple. Oh, sorry. No, I said we're overemployed because we hired 3 times beyond any of the club. So I didn't care about the firings business do all the time. Yeah, that's true. I kind of dislike Bruno more over time. Look, People have different opinions. That's fair. I don't hate Bruno Fernandes. I just don't think he should be here now. I think it's time to move on and actually improve the squad all around. Stop relying on one player to carry us over the line. Let's start building a squad instead of allowing one player to carry us over the line with GA. Cool, Bruno Fernandes is putting up the numbers. I'm not going to put it past. I'm not going to knock it off. I'm not going to knock that. But let's get some players that will actually, improve the stats all around the pitch. Not one player putting up the numbers itself. We need everyone putting up the numbers. You know what I mean? Leone will get homegrown because it was Liverpool at 18. Ferris. Yep. When did I say the club should keep Bruno because Bruno wants to stay? I don't know what you mean by that, but I think that's debate. That's a debate between him and King Khan. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next game. Speaking of United, we might as well get the Wolves game out of the way. I'm a bit nervous of this game, guys. I can't lie to you. I really am. I just don't know what could happen. 8 first missing. Obviously, we got by against Newcastle. Good first half performance. But what do we do against Wolves at home? They wanted to get their first win of the season. They're still, obviously they're out of it mentally, not mathematically out of it, but it seems like they're out of it. So we have to take advantage of that, of their mental. How would you say it? I don't know, mental stability, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. This is where we have to take advantage. Take advantage of the poor form Wolves are in, and just get the win. Really, I don't really have any much to say on the game. In terms of score prediction, I don't have a score prediction right now. 2-1 United. I don't really have a score prediction, to be fair with you. I'm gonna say 2-1 United.
Yeah, I think United will win, bro.
What's your score prediction?
2-0 United, I think, bro. I think it won't be like a match win, but you'll get the job done.
King, score prediction?
3-0 United.
I want to.
Wolves are trash. That's what their score should be. That's what the score should be. I'm telling you what the score should be. It should be 3-0. Nice.
Yeah, it should be 3-0. I agree with you, bro. King, I would love a thumping win, but the problem is United are not going to do it. United are not going to win by a lot of goals. You know why? It's because every single time we go up 1-0 or 2-0, we take our foot off the pedal. We take our foot off the gas. Do these players not know that the goal difference is absolutely woeful? We finished with the minus goal difference for the last 2 years. What do these players want to fucking do? Just score some goals, for God's sake. Go and do what we did to Wolves away. 4-1 win. Get 3 goals. That's good enough for the goal difference. That's good for the goal difference. You're adding 3 more goals. You know what I mean? I don't get this mentality of the squad, man. I really, really don't, bro. I honestly don't understand. But anyways, I was positive about United earlier, and I'm ranting. I shouldn't be doing that. Let's hope we win the game. Anyways, Wolves didn't actually play defensive when they were them away. We were at home there. We parked the bus and we struggled against the low block. But we didn't struggle against the low block, though. We didn't struggle against the low block. We scored goals to kind of, or not low block, but they were playing a bit. I don't know how to say it. Yes, they were playing deep, but we still managed to find a way to score. You know what I mean? This is a fun way to score. Mason Mount, good finish. Nice goal by Buemo on the counter. And yeah, penalty, and that's it. Like given the season, we are scoring goals. Issue is conceding goals. That's true, though. That's true. But I'm talking about like against West Ham, against Bournemouth, against who was it? Fulham. You know, you go and sit back after going 1-0 up. Forest, Tottenham. You could be battering these guys. They weren't in good form when we played them, bro. So I'm talking about these games, man, where we actually needed to score goals if we didn't score goals, and that's been the issue, man. Anyways, moving on to the next game. We've all given our predictions for Arsenal, Aston Villa, United, Wolves.
I think Sunderland City was the only one.
Sunderland versus Man City is the last game.
Yeah.
That's the last game we've not given our predictions for. Anyone want to preview the game?
I think it will be a difficult game, bro. I think it will be hard for City. Sunderland and all mugs, but I think they'll get the win. I think they'll get another. I think it'll be similar to the Forest game. I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
Yeah, I hope Sunderland win. 2-1 Sunderland or 2-0 City. I'm thinking. I'm debating between 2-1 Sunderland or 2-0 City, or even 1-1. I don't know. I got 3 predictions in mind. I don't even know what to say. Do you know what? I want to say 2-0 Man City, but I want to be a bit different. 2-1 Sunderland. Why not? Let's just go for it. I'll go for it. Score prediction, King?
Sunderland lost, I think, up to 7+ players due to AFCON. So I think they're gonna be, because of the short space between games as well. I think they're gonna struggle. I think they don't really have much of a squad left. I think a lot of their players have gone. So for me, I think if they're going to be using pretty much the same 11 back-to-back games, I don't think they're used to that. I think City would probably rotate a little bit more. So I think City are going to win the game 3-1. It'll be a difficult game because Sunderland are a good team, but I just think they're going to be too tired for that game. I think a lot of these teams that aren't used to playing midweek football are going to struggle because they don't have a big enough squad to rotate. And because you've already lost 7+ players to AFCON as well, you pretty much lost all your depth anyway. So your depth's gone. And some of these players are starters. Plus, you're playing back-to-back games in 2-3 days. I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle. So I think they lose that game. And I think for Sunderland, I don't think they probably look at that game as a free hit rather than something that they need to win. And for this season, I think their season is probably better than they expected. They're top of the table, first half of the table. So considering they probably only wanted to kind of like just stay in the league, I think they're overachieving as well. So I think I think because of all those factors, I think they lose 3-1. They get a goal, but 3-1 City.
Fairs. But yeah, I think that's all the predictions. In terms of FPL, real quick, I'm gonna use my free hit because that's the last chip I had before game week 19. And guys, don't forget, game week 19 is literally the halfway point of the season. So you know what? After New Year, I might consider doing a halfway Premier League show. Like do you know before game week 20, I'm considering let's do a Premier League mid-season review show. I'm considering that. Maybe we might have to do a mid-season review show and maybe like revise our predictions if we have to at the end of the season. Why not? Let's get that done. But also, I just want to quickly add before we go. I don't understand why we're not playing Leeds now. We haven't even played Leeds yet this season. That's the only team we've not played. We played Wolves already. We played everyone except for Leeds. So in my opinion, the Leeds game should be this game, and the Wolves game should be the next game. It should be you've played every single other 19 clubs, and then you go and restart your journey again. It doesn't make sense, bro. You should be playing every club before game week 20. You know what I mean?
Well, they could have scheduled you guys in for like a Monday night or something, or Friday night across the season. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Exactly. I mean, that's just my opinion, anyways. But guys, subscribe to the channel. We're literally on the road to 600, but by the end of 2025, which is like tomorrow already, where I am, guys, we're trying to get to 530 before the end of the year. There's 8 subs. There's 10 of you watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. We're trying to get there. Subscribe to these absolute legends right here on the panel. I will be going live straight after this. Straight now, I'm going live for the straight away after this. I'm going live for the NBA show with King, and then Justin will be here as well. So make sure you guys do tune into that. King, you're good to go for the NBA show, yes?
Yeah. Just let me quickly go shop, and then I'll be.
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good, bro. kind of time? I don't know what he's on about, but I don't
The
know.
games
Man.
are 8:15 p.m. Yeah, so weird. It's weird. It's weird, these midweek games.
Late game, bro. Late game,
Yeah,
man.
timings are weird. Like normally they do like 7:45, not 8:15. 8:15 is a bit weird. I don't know why they're
And
all at
also,
8:15.
and also, real quick, the fact that they're playing Premier League games at 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. Let's just deep this, guys. Imagine your son or daughter loves football, but they have to go to school the next day, but you're playing it at 8 p.m. and they want to go to the game. Think about that. How inconsiderate are the Premier League? And fuck the TV deal. I don't give a shit about your TV broadcasting rights crap. Be more considerate to the fans who live around the stadium, and be more considerate to the fans who live in Asia as well, because I'm sick and tired of having to watch games at 3 a.m., man. I really am. I really am tired of having to watch games at 3 a.m. I get Champions League games, but not Premier League games, guys. Come on, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? What are we doing?
Yeah, the times are weird around this part of year as
Make
well.
the FA
But it's not really available.
Make the FA Cup games midweek and put all the Premier League games on the weekends. Don't do Premier League games in midweek. Do all the domestic cup games midweek. I don't mind that. Premier League games should always be on the weekends, in my opinion.
That's not how it works, buddy. FA Cup's prestigious.
I know it's FA Cup.
It's
I know it's prestige, but think about how many fans who don't even have broadcasting rights to the FA Cup but want to stay up and watch their team. See what I mean? There's no broadcasting rights to some people in their countries, man. Premier League has broadcasting rights. They would much rather watch Premier League, in terms of obviously like what
FA Cup special cup.
No, I love the FA Cup, but people need to be consider it to the fans over here in Asia, because not everyone has FA Cup broadcasting rights. Not everyone has the FA Cup broadcasting rights now. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it anyways. Oh, they're off into the 5th. All right, fair enough. Just to fate. We get to the comments real quick before we go. Yeah, it's a weird one. 8:15 UK is a weird one, isn't it? Weird one, bro. Weird one. And they're ending at 10. Yeah, man. Trust me. Late kickoff, man. Where are you from, King Khan? Are you from the UK, bro? Are you from UK? Let me know where you're from, brother. But hope you're well. UK. Yeah. Nice. From UK. Whereabouts in the UK are you from? Whereabouts in the UK are you from? But guys, hit the like button, and we're trying to get to 5:30. Subscribe to Liverpool Prophet and King. Southeast. All right, nice. Southeast. Nice, bro. I'm gonna put the links in the description right now before we go. Make sure you guys, if you haven't checked their channels out, please do go check their channels out, because I don't want to have to, you know, how do you say it? Not see them get to a new level, because I keep saying subscribe, but I don't see anyone going to subscribe or supporting, and I always want to see my guys do well. So, guys, King's still stuck on 190. Get him to 200 before the end of 2025. Prophet, how many subs you on right now, bro? Tell me.
566 at the moment, bro. So about 34 subs away from 600.
Let's get him to 600. He's on the way to 600, or at least to get to 570, guys. Let's get to 570 by the end of the year. Let's get everyone to a new milestone. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? These guys take a lot of the time off the day to do shows, and I want everyone to go and support them as always as well. Return the favor as per usual. You know what I mean? And yeah, just put the links in the description, guys. It's all there. Go and check it out, people. Go and check it out. But anyways, guys, bless. See you guys in just a bit for the NBA show. Back live in just a bit. Love. Come on, United.